ands or buts, no need to ask why. I can't lie. Hey man, you know I keep it 100. I can't lie. Hey man, you know I keep it 100. Man, I'ma keep it real until the day that I die. Ain't no ifs, ands or buts, no need to ask why. I can't lie. Hey man, you know I keep it 100. I can't lie. Hey man, you know I keep it 100. Every day of my life, man, I gotta stay 100. That's just how it is when you coming where I'm from. Hey man, I rock my own clothes with my name on my shirt to let everybody know the L is the same and the B is for Blizzle. Yes, I make it snow, but just keep that on the lizzo. My bloodline is filthy, most of us is criminals. The jack of all trades, but the master counting decimals. Sticky situation, so I keep my heat accessible. I'd rather your peeps than my peeps looking pitiful. It's crunch time. Hey man, I do this for y'all. Just in case you didn't know it, man, I die for my dogs. My only fear is counting too much money. The same cats that help me get it might try to take it from me. My deepest fear is goons pulling up beside me, ready to lick shots, pop, pop, and try to blind. I'ma keep it real until the day that I die. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, no need to ask why. I can't lie. Hey man, you know I keep it 100. I can't lie. Hey man, you know I keep it 100. Man, I'ma keep it real until the day that I die. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, no need to ask why. I can't lie. Hey man, you know I keep it 100. I can't lie. Hey man, you know I keep it 100. I came from a family where females were go-getters. Granddad was an alcoholic, grandma was a bootlegger. Hey man, that's where I got my hustle. Plus my Aunt Julia was never scared to bust ya. And Uncle Dan, he was a fool. He didn't care about too much. You smoke, you too. Taught us that drug dealers didn't last too long. That's why I put my all into each and every song. I see death around the corner. Lord knows, where will I be without Joanna? She helps me focus and keep my eyes on the prize. Man, your boy been 100. Man, I put that on my life. And I'm just trying to live right. I know goons that was killers that committed suicide. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. You can take my breath away, but I'll never sell my soul. And I'ma keep it real until the day that I die. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, no need to ask why. I can't lie. Hey man, you know I keep it 100. I can't lie. Hey man, you know I keep it 100. Man, I'ma keep it real until the day that I die. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, no need to ask why. I can't lie. Hey man, you know I keep it 100. I can't lie. Hey man, you know I keep it 100.
Uncle Paulie, E. Diddy, he's a Leo, De Janeiro, Charlie Baltimore, Iceberg Slim, the most shady, Frankie Baby. We here.
Do you know what beef is? Do you know what beef is? Ask yourself. Do you know what beef is?
Ha 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 ha. Check out this bizarre rapper style used by me. The B.I.G. I put my key, you put your key in. Money will be seeing. We'll reach the fucking ceiling. Check it. My calico been caught. This rap Alfred Hitchcock drop top notch. Player hating gon' stop. This instant. Rappers too persistent. Quick to spit. Biggie name on shit. Make my name taste like ass when you speak it. See me in the street, your jewelry, you can keep it. That be our little secret. See me, B that is, I that is, G Wiz. Motherfucker still in my bed. I hope they know my nigga got a fucking kidnap kids. Fuck them in they ass, throw them over the bridge. That's how it is. My shit is laid out. Fuck that beef shit. That shit is played out. Y'all got the goal. All I make is one phone call. All y'all disappear by tomorrow. All your guns is borrowed. I don't feel sorrow. Actually, your man passed the gap to me. Now check this. What's beef? Beef is when you need 2 cats to go to sleep. Beef is when your moms ain't safe up in the streets. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be in ICU. One more time. What's beef? Beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be in ICU. Check it. I done smoked with the best of them. Shot at the rest of them. Was about 100 or more. Maybe less of them. Got my rocks off. That nigga from the brook just be wildin' on you. Just be styling on you. And I tried to warn you, but your eyes fucked up. Now I cleared them shits with hits. You on the fucking bench. Pardon my French, but sometimes I get kinda peeved at these weak MCs with these supreme baller like lyrics. I call them like I see a G. Y'all niggas sound like me. Y'all was grimy in the early 90s. Far behind me. It ain't hard to find me. Number one with the booyaka. Give me the Remy and the Chronic. Ain't no telling what I do to y'all. It's obvious the game's new to y'all. Take them ends you make and spend them on the tutor, huh? One shot, I'm through with just beef. Beef is when you need 2 gas to go to sleep. Beef is when your moms ain't safe up in the streets. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be in ICU. One more time, what's beef? Beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be in ICU. There be nothing but smooth sailing. When I spit shots, now your crew's bailing. All I got is heat and tough talk for you. Tie you up, cut your balls off just for you. Man, listen, straight torture. Look what that slick shit bought ya. A first class ticket to Lucifer. Real name Christopher. Watch me set it off like Vivica. Here lies your demise. Close your eyes, think good thoughts. Die while your skin starts to glisten. Pale blue, hands get cold, your soul's risen. It's bad cause I just begun. We'll make the shit real bad, I was having fun. What's beef? Beef is when you need 2 cats to go to sleep. Beef is when your mom's ain't safe up in the streets. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be in ICU. One more time, what's beef? Beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be in ICU. And I'm through. Life after.
Now ask yourself, do you really know what beef is?
Life after.
Then ask yourself, do you really
life after?
Yeah, I like that. Big Nosh, Hitman, baby. On and on and on and on. Bad boy. They don't know what it is. Shit, I don't want no beef.
Yo, mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
What's the word, man? Mike check.
Yo, yo,
Oh,
yo.
let me get that off there before them boys flag me. We love getting flagged. Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on? Can I be heard?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
All right. Uh, yeah, man. Just real
Test your
quick
mic
before
out,
we
Jay.
jump in.
Make sure your mic working, Jay.
You know, I ain't never had no technical difficulties.
Man, stop that, man. Your AirPods always used to fuck up.
Yeah. So I just wanted to jump on something real quick before we get into the, what I'm saying, nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? So the sister, Mrs. Nicole, whom I've had a chat beef with, she got pulled over. You know what I'm saying? And she said she was riding a fancy whip in a certain particular neighborhood, and that she was being racially profiled. But she got pulled over by law enforcement, right? Y'all with me?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
sir.
All right. Okay. I just want to. So, all right. The first thing here we need to examine is you realize, that you're being racially profiled, right? You're being racially profiled. You're riding in this certain neighborhood. You're riding in a fancy car. So when a lawman pulls you over, he is viewing your profile by your race. You know what I'm saying? So he's counting on you to be a black person. We all know black is dead in the eyes of the law, right? This is why the American Indian pushes niggas so hard to go back and find themselves. This is why we push niggas to go home. You know what I'm saying? Do genealogy, right? Nigga, it's certain laws that the American Indian is protected under. There's certain niggas that's classified as black are not protected under. So when you get pulled over and they're racially profiling you, your black ass, and you don't know who you are, and you don't know the certain rights you're protected under because you're under a certain status, which is black, this is the problem. You know what I'm saying? And all I'm hearing everybody, sort of dust got close to it. But everybody else is missing the whole damn point. You understand? This is not this American Indian shit is not something that we put on, nigga. This is something that we are. You know what I'm saying? This is why we're pushing everybody to go find out who they are. And it was just so frustrating because I couldn't even say anything because I know, what I'm saying, what the whole business is, what the whole deal is. Going to that law room, that court, like Sword was asking, and you're identifying as what? Something that's dead in the eyes of the law. The lawman know you are dead in the eyes of the law because you're identified under a certain doesn't matter how smart you are. You know what I'm saying? Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter how smart you are, nigga, as a black person. It doesn't matter how smart you are as an African American. It doesn't matter how much law you know. Because evidently you don't know yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're playing the game at a disadvantage. Nigga, this is a game. We are pushing niggas to go home and find themselves for a reason. Nigga, this is not no personal identification shit. This shit just, it irks my soul, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I can't stand that shit, man. Niggas is blissfully in ignorance, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That nah, bro, for real, sword know what y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this shit pisses me off, bro. Nigga, stop
Man.
being ignorant, clinging to these dumbass titles, nigga. This is a status game, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Indian gang or don't bang, nigga. This shit is real, and I'll fall back. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it was. I,
I had to let that out, bro. I had to let that out, man. That shit pissed me off because the ignorance of my people is just fucking insane. What the fuck collective we gonna get on if you niggas don't know who the fuck you are? I'm my bad, bro. Let me calm down.
bro, you
You know what I'm
wouldn't.
I don't
saying?
think you was mad about the information. I think you was mad because you was like trying to get in that motherfucker. And you was like, "Yo, can I speak?
But
Hey, yo, can I
oh,
speak?" And it was,
TK,
I was like,
right,
I
"Damn."
bro.
couldn't even hear you,
That
bro.
too. That too. But what I'm saying is that now I'm really pissed because people act like this is something that we're just putting on or we're personally identified. This is personal, but this pertains to a mass of people that has been misclassified, man, under a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you don't know the game, as my brother or my sister, then you know you're fucked. And there's no way we're gonna be able to get on the collective and move forward and try to get something done out of this. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. You're lost. You're black land. You're in Africa. You know what I'm saying? You are not protected under your inalienable rights as the American Indian, which you are, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like this is it's frustrating, yeah, because I didn't get a chance to say this, but at the same time, I want to say it. But even if I do say it, I know it's gonna get some ridiculous ass pushback.
Exactly. That right there was the primary reason why I just didn't say it, because at a certain point it became, to me it seemed like it became, you know, her status of being in the legal field. Because like even when I asked her what area of law, like I've been dealing with lawyers for a very long time, and what opened my eyes to this concept and the legality of it was because an attorney helped me to get out of a racial profiling situation. And I know what it's like to be able to call an attorney at 6 o'clock on the side of the road. So I know from personal experience that when it comes to the law, lawyers can make shit happen, especially if you got access to a good one. So when I asked her what area of law do you practice, and she said litigation, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I see where this gonna go. Cause I've never asked anyone what area of law do they practice, and they say litigate. You can litigate anything. So I already knew what type of person I was dealing with. And I knew based upon how she answered certain questions. But at the end of the day, it ended up becoming a game of one thinks one is smarter than the other. And we talked about the whole concept of pseudo before that situation happened. And what you saw was the same concept where we were talking about people where they try to just throw the pseudo label on you to discredit your argument. Well, you saw that shit happen live on the stage. Or he trying to move the field goal post. Nah, I just gotta ask the same question 5 different ways, and you just don't know that you're dealing with a nigga that's really good at this shit. I'll wait it out. I will take my time and wait this shit out. So that's why I asked. I said, okay, well, did black people have this problem before you had your situation? She would have been better off not answering that question. But because she said yes, and then that's when I said, well, how in the hell did you think your black ass wasn't gonna have this issue just because of your age when you just said we got a collective problem?
Right.
But I'm wrong for, so at the end of the day, man, people come up here, they talk about solutions and how passionate they are. If you that fucking passionate, you shouldn't be rejecting anything anybody say.
Hmm.
If you say
Right.
you that damn passionate. So, at the end of the day, I'm not partnering with the bunch. The type of solutions that I've heard, I gave y'all the edited version of what I heard on Clubhouse. I done heard this shit from Moors. I done heard this shit from Israelites. I done heard crazy shit from Pan Africans. And what these folks don't realize is that everybody get together, you ain't got no fucking voice, especially if you're dealing with religious folks. Women, y'all go take y'all ass over there, and the men finna fix this. That's what you can expect. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing for the folks, that I can help, and anybody that can help me on my journey. I'm open and willing. But I know that I'm going down the right path, and I'm not fucking with all of this foolishness and all these folks talking about come together, kumbaya. Nah, because I done heard some of these niggas' solutions, and I can't get down with none of that shit. So I land there.
Yeah, I'm here, bro. Go ahead. Hey, Indigenous Black man, if you want to come up, you can come up too, man. I'll post the link back in the chat.
Um, one of the other brothers, y'all say something, man. I don't, who on here?
Oh, hey, y'all, this my this brother Marquise right here, man. Let me see. Let me get it so where I can get everybody name up here, man. So to let
What's
them
up,
know,
y'all players? What's up?
this this
What's
this
going
the
on,
good
man?
What's
brother
up,
right
bro?
here, reasonable brother. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Marquise. You know what I mean?
I'm just really listening, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the title is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm up here listening till I can butt in, whatever.
Nah, this was a follow up from the channel that we just left.
Let's unscramble minds. Yeah, I seen a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. What's so funny, bro?
Because it's just crazy, bro. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, shit crazy. Hey man, it's just crazy, bro. Like, cause it hurt my soul. Cause damn, I wanna, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, let's come together. Let's get something done. Let's get something accomplished. But you're sitting up here dwelling in blissful ignorance, and we can't move. We can't progress. We can't do anything because you're unwilling to see. Fuck that. You're unwilling to go and do your homework on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like point blank, period. Like, nah, cut off the dope. It's 1:46 a.m. in the morning down here. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, you are not willing to go and find who you are. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you are not black. You know what I'm saying? You are brown, if anything. If we gonna go by color. Like Dustin and them was, Sadet and all that stuff. You're brown. We're brown. I haven't seen a black person. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
It don't matter how many times you tell them.
I
It,
know.
Yeah,
That's it.
some
yeah.
people have a lack of paying attention to the
And
law
see,
book.
that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. Oh, go ahead. My bad, Marquise. Go ahead and.
Uh, if you pay attention to the law books, black law books, it tells you right there that this black word means that you're ignorant and you don't respect law. So just that one word will tell the judge that you don't respect law, you don't know history, you know what I'm saying? And it's a status.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
So
right,
so you keep saying black and it's on your ID and you put it on your applications and that this certain person of authority see that he know you don't know history. He know you don't know.
right.
So I know
You
that.
right, bro.
Look, if you look
Yeah.
up in Edimon right now and look up the black codes and tell you restriction, restricting, restricting all Negroes of I forgot what it's called. I ain't seen it in a minute, but it's there, man.
Yes, sir.
That's all
You know
we
what
were
I'm
trying to
saying?
do. You probably caught the end of it, but that's all we were trying to do. And we couldn't
Right.
even get past that part. So if we can't even get you to just conceptually understand that your understanding of that term don't mean the same thing when you're dealing with the law and you're in law and you ain't receiving this, like this is what you do. And if you ain't open to this, Lord have mercy, boy. Goodness gracious.
I mean, it's got to be that bad. You know what I'm saying? Law school is what, uh, 4 years plus.
Right.
I mean, that's bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's bad. That's horrible.
And what made it so real for me is that story that I told. My homie live in Louisiana. He want me to come down there for what's that shit? What's the thing that's coming up? Mardi Gras.
Uh,
Yeah, he was just calling me the other
Yeah,
day.
Mardi Gras in February. Yeah, well, it started earlier than
Man,
February, but I know it's always around my birthday.
yeah, my homeboy black as midnight. Literally, a traditional Sudanese man. He just ain't that tall. He probably about 6'1", 6'2", and his ID say he white to this day.
right.
Oh, I found it, y'all. It say local or state legal restriction on black person, free or slave.
Oh, what is that? You want me to pull it up for you?
Damn.
Yeah, put that
So
on
you
the
find
screen.
something, you can pull it
You can
up.
go, you can go
Damn.
into the 80 mile. We don't have to go into the law books. It's
Can you type
faster.
it in the chat? If you type it in the chat real quick, I can just click it and pull it
Just
up.
look under black code. Black code.
Oh, black codes? Which ones? Oh, my bad. I mean
No,
to say
no.
that. That scare people
Go
sometimes.
into the right. Go into the 80 mile, the etymology, and look up black code. That's it.
Oh, you want the etymology? Do I need a year of the etymology?
Just put
What year are you using?
just what year I'm using. Just
Oh, you talking
just
about like the edit on at it's www.etymonline.com, the etymology website. Is that what you talking about, brother?
Yeah,
any
I
one
got.
of them will do.
Oh, the website. Okay, I got you back. So I
Yeah,
just need to go to etymology.com then, huh?
right.
I get Oxford. I should have had it already paid for. I think my subscription's still good. I know. Okay, what you want me to look up, bro?
Black code. Black code.
With just no no ed or nothing like that. I mean no es.
No, just
Just black
CODE.
code. Okay. Y'all got it?
Just fill it
Y'all
up.
see that? I'm sharing.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's small, but I see it.
You need me to make it bigger for you?
Yeah, cause I can't see it.
Some of Yeah, some of these jokers don't be having that plus and that magnifying glass to make it bigger, boy.
What you got to do? What you got a
Yeah, they bad.
Windows? You got a Windows
Yeah,
or
I'm in
Microsoft?
I'm
So
in my
look
shit. I don't know
look
which
at
one
the
I'm in
top
now. I
right.
got
Look at the top right of your screen. You should see three dots. Click those three dots and look at the tab. It'll say Zoom, and then you just hit the plus button. If you could see it
still
at the top
teaching,
right.
still teaching me, still teaching me. But
Hurry
once you
up,
teach me,
man.
I
Larry.
take it and I run with it. Hand me the ball, I take it and I score. Okay.
Oh, I say the same thing as mine say.
Yeah, there you go, Marquise. It's all on you. Was it somebody else in the back?
Mm,
Oh, that's Dots. Okay.
Sister Dot.
Hey, Dots.
Sister Dot, man, she blew it up tonight, man. I'm so and she on camera. Hold on.
Yeah. She know her camera showing.
Does she know she on the screen?
Yeah, she makes sure she show her beauty.
Yeah. Oh, oh, oh.
Hold,
I didn't know I was on a screen. Thank you.
don't tell her.
I ain't saying nothing next time.
Damn it. Sorry,
Oh,
y'all.
you was in the back posing for me. You thought you was still in the back. My bad.
I had no clue.
My fault.
That was just one.
Go
That's just one reference. That's just one reference for people can go to it real easy. The black code, the whole black law dictionary is talking about you. Everything about black, they talking about the natives. Um, it's all about you. That's why it's called the Black Law Book. Okay. I just got a brain for it. What I wanted to say.
I had to go back to the comments because I know Indigenous black man. See, this is his work. Hey, he loved this type of conversation. I said, well, let me click back to this. And he was like 1867, the Act of 1867, the Klan Act, pretty much in Georgia, right? Stone Mountain. Is that what you talking about? All right. Go ahead. What you need me to pull something else up?
No, not right now because I don't have all my sources with me and stuff. So it's just something
Oh,
easy.
okay.
Somebody can just go hands on and grab it if they want to look.
Yeah,
That's
you
all.
know, so
Okay.
we
Okay.
should say local or state legal restriction on black. And you see how it's got that highlighted,
Right. So you can't
like
get confused.
Like it was added in, right? Or
like it's highlighted
highlight.
for specific persons or people of a certain status. Black persons. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. I heard a person say that black code don't mean they talking about black people. Well, here it go right here. It say black person, free
Black persons,
slave.
right, with the black highlighted.
Exactly. It's restricting you. It's restricting you. That's what it's doing. And I heard y'all was trying to tell them that, but that people don't go into law books. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very deep. That's why I kind of slowed up off of it. It's deep.
Yeah,
It's
it
real
is.
deep. You be like, man, let me. It give you a headache. You like, let me chill out on this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of shit you need to remember. And and I advise if you do want to know any type of truth about anything, go into them law books. Tells you everything. When you walk up into them judges and them judges give you all them codes, all them numbers and shit, they'll tell you. They be like, oh, this is the code 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what I'm saying? They putting it on your ass. So they know exactly what to do with you. You know what I'm saying? They already know what to do with you soon you put down on any applications that you're black. Period. They
Yeah.
know right offhand. You don't gotta say nothing. They don't gotta need to know you. They know for a fact you don't know law. You don't know history. Soon you say you black. So they can just run your ass over. They can blackmail your ass. That's why it's called blackmail. They can
Mm-hmm.
blackmail your ass. They can give you 50 years for a charge that was only 5 because they know you don't know.
Um, so why is it so hard for people to understand this? When you have the speaking of coming together, when you have the your same people that's a part of you trying to tell you this what is going on. Why is it so hard for people to understand it?
Mm, maybe because some people have a favoritism problem where they
Right,
just want somebody else to say it. They don't want you to tell them that. They want
right.
somebody else to tell them. They want Lil Kim to tell them. Kanye West, one of their favorite rappers or some shit like that. Umar Johnson or something. These guys have different agendas. They not fit to tell you this shit.
You know, I would even go as far as to say they would rather for the other people to tell them. You know what I'm saying, of a different ethnic group or racial classification. I mean, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard so many times
Yes,
people,
sir.
some of the people in, on the other, side say, "Oh, you don't understand the science, my brother. You know, the science. You know, well, who's coming up with this science? Who's putting this science in these textbooks? You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about the youth? Who's putting this science and history in the textbooks, confusing the youth about what it is, about who they are, who they is. You know what I'm saying? Where they come from? We
Right.
come from monkeys now.
It's two
You know
different
what I'm saying?
it's two different type of science. It's pseudoscience and it's real actually science.
Right.
Some of these people are just reading pseudoscience and thinking it's real. See what it is about pseudoscience, it can seem so real to you. You can be it's believable, but it's pseudo. It's not real. They can add some real shit in there
Not
and put some
real.
fake shit on top of it. And you be like,
Right.
oh, that's real. You know what I'm saying? It's not real. And you just got to talking about a monkey and an ape.
A
I don't
monkey and an ape.
I don't. That's the most pseudo shit I ever heard in my life.
A damn theory, a Big Bang theory that cannot be proven
Not
by
no,
nothing, no way, no means, no how can
no
be proven.
and we
A
know
theory.
people try to call us animals and monkeys and shit. And here you go,
Right.
I'm a monkey. Let me show you this Darwin theory. Like I don't want to hear that racist ass shit.
Right. Shouts out to Dulcinea, are we primates? I mean, come on, man. Like, so what are we saying here? It was just so much stuff that, was said that I was just like, come on, man. Like, what are we saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, shout out to all of you guys for coming up or anything. And peace, sis, Dots. I wanted
hey,
to make a point about Dots too, that to just show sometimes it really doesn't matter what's being said, because like how Miss Nicole kind of changed the narrative of just being like of what was said. That's kind of how Mrs. Legit was trying to like stand 10 toes down on what Dots meant. And we're all telling her, oh, you don't have the context. You don't know. Even to the point where I was like, okay, you're confused because you haven't seen this whole show. You came in at this point and you're saying you agree to disagree about what Dots was in her head thinking about what she said. That just shows like, okay, sometimes we just not going to be able to get certain places with certain people, because it's one thing to be like, oh, I'm an intelligent person, so I know information. It's another thing to say I'm such an intelligent person, I know what someone else meant by the words that they were saying.
She
Like,
got.
what?
hold on.
Sorry, Docs. Were you gonna say something?
No, I didn't. I have. Did you play OTK real quickly? Because I saw your text message. I was like, who are you talking about? Did you play anything? Do you mind if I replay a piece of that clip of what he was saying when he was referencing like just about me, since he had my name in the title? And I do have another source that I wanted to pull up, but I think it's important for the conversation. Do you
Yeah,
mind doing that?
he's on the panel too. He's on the panel too. I let him up. He
Where
wouldn't
is
let
he?
me up. I let him up.
I don't see him.
I'm right
Yeah,
here.
he's here.
Where are
He's right
you?
there. Round table
Oh,
renegade.
hey Jay. Hey, yeah. So do you mind if I play a piece of the clip so I can address it?
You could do whatever you want.
Okay. I found so I don't know how much you guys have gone by. It was interesting. I don't know why you didn't just hit the link, Jay. I mean, you've done it any other
Nah, I
time.
tried to, but the link was full. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna deal with the information and the scholarship. I know it's gonna hurt. They might feel like it's personal, but there was nothing personal said. It was straight info.
Okay, if that's how
So
you think. But
you
when you
black.
start calling people motherfuckers, and when you start,
Nah, stop that.
okay, hold on, Jay. Listen,
Now we gaslighting. I can't do that because if I
No,
wanted
Jay.
to call you
That's
that,
why
I would say
Jay,
that.
we're gonna play the clip. so that way we're not gaslighting, because I took some pieces of what you were saying as gaslighting too. So this is what I'm saying about things being sometimes
But
subjective,
I'm
right? So let's
literally,
unpack
hold
it.
on, I'm right here though. So if you want to ask me if I was referencing you as such, you can ask me that,
We're
and I
gonna
will
play
say
the clip.
yes.
That's what I've said. That's
I
what.
will say yes or no. I'm the
Yeah,
same
that's
person
why
in
we're
the
replaying.
clip
That
that's
is
right
why.
here, right now, that you can speak to and say, Jay, did you reference me as a MFer? And I'll be like, where did you get that idea from? And then I could
Okay, so let's
clarify it
play
for
the
you.
clip. Okay,
Okay.
so even if you weren't talking to me specifically and calling Dot some motherfucker, but anyway, let's just play the clip, okay? Because we don't need
Right.
to get
If
into
I'm
like
not
the back and
referencing
forth.
you specifically and calling,
Okay, that's
Yeah,
not the point.
Dots. I'm the
not,
motherfucker. Dots. I'm the
Okay,
motherfucker. Dots.
God
I'm
should
gonna
all
tell
right,
not
you.
be
let's play.
taking anything personal if
Okay,
I'm not speaking
okay.
to
Can we
her.
continue
She
on?
can ask me if I'm speaking
Oh
to her,
my
and I'll
God.
say yes or no.
Are
Come
you
on,
done?
y'all. We gotta have
Jay,
the
you good with?
Share
Are
opinion.
you
it,
out your
Dots.
feelings
Dots.
yet?
You gotta share it. Hey, all right, Dots. Go ahead, share it. You gotta
So
Yeah,
share it.
you
maybe,
wanna put
Are
yourself
you
in the
out your?
maybe,
center,
Tell me
and
when
you
you're out
want
your
it to be
feelings.
you so bad.
maybe she just want to play the video, so we can just go
Well,
ahead and
Yeah,
play
let's
yeah,
just hear the
I'm
video. Let's
sharing
hear
it.
her
Be
out.
on the
Let's
track.
it. Damn.
It's
Yeah,
let's
play
hear
shared
the
that
in the
video.
chat.
video. Play it.
Let's see what it says.
Okay, so let's hear. Hold on. Let's begin.
They were exposed to new diseases.
Hold on. Sorry about that. Let's back it up.
Everybody mute up, please.
Ooh, he's a rational thinker.
Hold on. We're going back.
This is just my methodology
Okay.
and why I have disagreements with the things that people are when I get on here with the okay.
Sorry, y'all.
So true, as you can see the screen, here's what I want to show.
Here we go. I think this is where it starts.
So true, as you can see the screen.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. And this is me. This is not True. True's got nothing to do with this. He's just a spectator, and he loves information. He's an intellectual. He's a rational thinker. He's a studied philosophy, so he knows how to think, essentially. All the other personal stuff, we're not even going into nothing personal whatsoever at all. Straight information. This is what YouTube should be about at this capacity. Nobody's linking up with nobody, so none of it is personal. But here we go. I'm gonna unmute this video, and hopefully this is the correct timestamp. Here we go.
Excuse me.
And before I start the video, the issue I have is they're misrepresenting a lithograph, a piece of artwork, to be Native Indigenous Americans and not Africans. This is what they want their viewers and their audience to believe. So I just want to quickly deal with this and prove them wrong.
Nations in Europe known as the Enlightenment. When the Spanish began the colonization of the Caribbean and later Latin America after 1492, they looked to native populations to mine silver and gold under brutal working conditions. They set about enslaving,
look at the people,
and murdering those who didn't comply. Thousands of native people died as a result of overwork, genocide, or because they were exposed to new diseases brought over with the Spanish settlers. And when England established its first successful long-term colonies in North America in Virginia in 1607.
I want to pause that back. I want to show y'all something.
Please do.
Oh, those Indians, those straight up Indians. You heard what she said, they brought the disease over here.
I want to
wait.
Show the hold on.
Yeah.
Did I pass it, y'all?
Yeah, you passed it a little bit to hit when you was like, look at those people, not that one. Yeah.
The images.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, could you hear that?
Race in the 17th and 18th century.
Yeah, I hear it.
Question.
Okay.
I love how they was like, oh no, not those people. like they would have skipped right over a certain group of people that was shown. But continue.
Yeah, hold on. See, my computer started to bug out, but I'm gonna bring it right back up. I just had to refresh. But you can hear Dot saying, "Look at the people! Look at the people! Look at the people!" Right when it was on the image. Why can't I pause this? All right, there we go. When it was on the image of the enslaved African, I'm gonna bring it back up. I apologize, my system's being a little slow, but I'm gonna bring it back up. There's a point in the video where they say, "Look at the people, look at the people, look at the people," and I want to bring that back.
Before you do that, before you do that, I just wanna point something out. The reason they would be saying, look at the people, and even why some of them what were saying or suggesting they're Indians, is because they're trying to imply that we look like those people, right? That we,
Yes.
us Black
Yes.
Americans, look like
100.
those people. So when we prove that those people that they are saying we look like are Africans, without a shadow of a doubt, then what?
They still gonna find a way to scramble it. I'm gonna have to do this another way. So I'm gonna do it right from my iPad real quick. So I'm gonna go back. There we go.
Africa, right? Especially if you're horrible working conditions. They said about, and that's what I wanted to stop real quickly, just real quickly. So to you guys' point, when we were talking about this, right? And I know many a times I've heard many different people mention this, right? Like there's people that look just like me and you that were here across the continent, like not just out of Africa, right? Especially if you're not for that out of Africa theory and reference that it really is a.
So she's saying there are people that were here that look just like us. So first of all, she has to qualify and prove that. You know, she hasn't shown any evidence to my knowledge that proves that. But let's just continue to look at the image that she has up as we listen.
Wait, can
Theory,
we pause it right there?
So interestingly enough, so when you think about when you were growing up, think about like when they were teaching all of us history, and we're all different ages. So just if you can remember back to like your history lessons when they began to talk about the emergence of quote unquote melanated folk here in the Americas.
So I guess I'm trying to understand if the woman in the video said that those folks were Indians, why would you have an issue with what she's saying?
That's a great question, brother. And the answer to that question is actually in the video that Dots was playing. So you might want to watch the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
And the
we'll
only
definitely
reason
watch
why
the
you're
whole
gonna
thing. But
listen,
I
hold on,
got a
you know
couple
why?
questions for OTK because you brought
You know
this up
why?
too in your
Because
debate,
right,
right, OTK? And
right,
you said you had the actual
right.
primary of that picture, right? Or
Yes,
you have where
yes.
that
And the
picture is
reason
from.
why
Okay.
he's saying that is because when she started talking about the Africans, they showed that same picture coming looping. You know how they do them shows. You think you're
Right.
seeing all new pictures,
Right.
but they loop them around. And if you look back on that film, she looped that same picture back around when she was talking about the Africans.
Okay. So the brother
Yeah.
I can't see this. What is this?
Yeah,
Brother
you call
You
Jay.
call me
Roundtable.
Jay, bro. That's
Okay,
me.
Jay. All right,
Jay.
my bad. Jay. So if they showed that picture for both, how can you
For
have
both
the
of what?
right to when she spoke about okay, so you said that she looped around and she showed that picture twice. That's your
I didn't say
position,
that.
right?
OTK said that. That wasn't me that said that.
Okay. Well, did you see the video where when she was talking about the Indians and she showed that picture?
So are you talking about the same video I was just streaming in the video that Dots played? You're talking about that video? Did I see that one?
Yes.
Of course I did, brother. I streamed it.
Right. So when she showed that picture, the lady was talking about Indians at that time.
Yeah, that's not the contention, brother. If the video kept playing, you will see how I broke it down. You know,
Right.
I understand you only just seen like a minute and a half. So you're having questions, but those same questions you're asking me right now, I promise you, they're answered in a video.
Right.
1,000%.
But what you're saying, what you said in that clip that we just watched, you said that she didn't show proof. So my question to you is at that point in the video, when we saw that picture, the lady that's actually talking, she's talking specifically about Indians and she's showing various pictures.
Who are you saying that I said didn't show proof? I just want you to be clear.
You just said that when you showed your iPad.
Wait, who are you referring to? You said when you say
in your clip, you just said that she didn't show proof.
Right. And who's she? To you, when I say she, who is that to you?
You said she. Who you talking about in the
Brother, it's
video?
a simple question. I'm trying to make sure you understand what I'm saying because it came from my mind out of my mouth. So when I said she, who do you think I was talking about?
I'm asking you, who are you talking about?
Okay, so you are making assertions when you're not even understanding, right? And that's okay.
That's why I just
okay. That's
asked you.
okay.
Females,
And
two
this is why.
females was involved, man.
Listen,
Two
brother.
females
Can
was
I
involved.
finish
Just
playing
break
the
it
video?
down.
Can I
Listen,
finish
brother.
playing
Hold
the
on.
clip? Can I
Brother.
finish playing the clip? I'm not going to play the whole thing at all. I just
Nah,
want
we
to
need to
like,
see it.
wait, hold on,
Because if
Jay.
they don't see the whole
I
thing,
wanted to play. Hold
they're
on,
not going to
Jay.
understand. And that's why
Jay.
he has these questions.
Hold
But
on. I just said let me
first,
finish playing
dots.
the rest of the clip so that so I can address what you were saying. I agree with you. I only want to play about 2.5 more minutes of this. That's it. I'm not
You
playing
agree
your
with what?
I'm not playing your entire video.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm addressing what you specifically.
Yep, no problem.
Point. Okay, thank you. OTK is already shared. You just got to play it. You took it down. Okay, here we go.
It always started with the story of in the 1400s, right? Yet we know that.
So now she's questioning the historical narrative.
There were people that look just like you and I that were already here, and that's a physical fact. But when we see these in history,
so she said there are people that look like you and I, and that's a physical fact. So this is the idea they are trying to propose based off of this image, right? Look at the people, look at the people, look at the people. But what I want to do, True, is I want to show where the image actually comes from. And how do you do that? Here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to screenshot that image, right? The same image that they are saying are indigenous Indians. Screenshot it. Right? I don't know if they ever learned how to do this. So I want to do this. I just want to show people how to check images and which sources they're connected to. So I'm going to try to open YouTube again. I'm going to scroll back to where they are in the video. I'm going to screenshot the image that they're saying is indigenous Americans, and then I'm going to plug it into something. And let's see what it says. So here we go. We're going back into your stream. Shout out to the people watching. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I'm going to show you all how to check work. How to check if something is actually valid or not. And as adults, we should all do this. Know how to do this. And me and Truist are some of the youngest guys on the scene. And it seems like we are the soundest thinkers, in all honesty. No disrespect to anyone. That's just my opinion. All right, here we go. Something has to be done when it comes to stuff like this. All right, at the stage. Here we go.
To sounding more complicated than the lyrics to I'm My Own Grandpa. Well, we can see that starting in the colonial era. And that brings us to our second question. Why did we see the shift in the idea of race in the 17th and 18th century? The answer to this question is firmly rooted in two things: the rise of global capitalism that was backed by slavery and colonialism, and a period of theorizations in Europe known as the Enlightenment. When the Spanish began the colonization of the Caribbean and later Latin America after 1492, they looked to native populations to mine silver and gold under brutal working conditions. They set about enslaving,
look at the people,
and murdering those who didn't comply.
Look at the people. I'm gonna let it play a little bit more, but look, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look at the people and I'm gonna screenshot these people. Boom, I got it. Screenshot.
Thousands of native.
Now, I just want to continue to listen because more people are going to jump in on this bandwagon.
People died as a result of overwork, genocide, or because they were exposed to new diseases brought over with the Spanish settlers. And when England established its first successful long-term colonies in North America in Virginia in 1607.
I want to pause that back. I want to show y'all something.
Please do.
Oh, those Indians, those straight up Indians. You heard when she said they brought the disease over here.
I want to
Hold on.
So, you know what I
wait.
mean?
Did you show the? Hold on. Did I pass
Go
it,
ahead.
y'all?
Yeah, you passed it a little bit to hit when you was like, look at those people, not that one. Yeah.
Some of the images.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Race in the
With the
17th
curly.
and 18th century. The answer to this question is firmly rooted in two things: the rise of global capitalism that was backed by slavery and colonialism, and a period of theorizations in Europe known as the Enlightenment. When the Spanish began the colonization of the Caribbean and later Latin America after 1492, they looked to native populations to mine silver and gold under brutal working conditions. They set about and
that's what I wanted to stop real quickly. So to you guys' point, when we were talking about this, right?
So, Trish, you heard when there were people on the panel saying, "Oh, those are Indians. Look at the people. Stop it on the ones with the curly hair. No, not those ones. These ones." So I just want to make sure, even from your listening or the audience, that they are supposing that this image was okay. So here's how we fact check this, right? As I already did, we take this image, right? We're gonna go and screenshot it. Boom. Now, first, where are we going next?
Here.
We're going to Google. We're gonna go to Google image search. All right. So we're gonna go to Google image search. I'm gonna make sure I got the image I need, and I'm gonna share this tab. So we're in Google Images. All right. I'm gonna pull that screenshot that they're saying are indigenous Native Americans, and look what I can do. I could drag and drop the image right there. I could drag and drop it. Okay, let's check if what the Mr. Wild Indian is saying is true. Oh, those are Indians. Those are Indians. Oh, look at the people. Look at the people. Look at the people. It's the same image, right? Truist, is it just the same image?
This is live.
Or am I bugged out?
Records don't lie.
Am I bugged out? Because now,
yes, you is. Because the same way how you did that, the same way how everybody else could have did that.
Same exact image.
So now let's look at the sources that are connected to this image. Let's just take a look and see which sources are connected to this image. Let's take a wild guess what it's going to be. Let me not belabor it. Let's zoom in. So we got the Times of Israel. I already got that one opened up. We got
that motherfucker say 19th century. She was talking about the 14th.
Why you doing that, bro? Come on, gang. Why you doing that? Let's go to another one with the same image.
That's my
Let's go to another one with the same image.
Let the goat rock. Wait, is this the video or are y'all talking?
No, they're talking right now.
It's like, Jay, you got that motherfucker.
I'm only playing like another video. It's almost done. I promise.
Now my computer is huffing and puffing like, bro, you got that heat, bro. Relax. But all right. I don't want to do too many sidebars. Let me open this one up. Because apparently these are American Indians, right? This image, the African slave trade in the Middle Passage. Oh my God, what do we see? Why is it connected to that? Why is it connected to a source, an article talking about the African slave trade in the Middle Passage? Why? Okay, let's say they got it wrong.
It's okay. Wait a minute, OTK.
They got it wrong. This source is lying, and what they want to say about it and how they feel about it, forget it. Let's check another one because this source is lying. So we're gonna go back. Let's check something else. Maybe the Times of Israel, because It's saying it's an exact match. It's saying it's an exact match. Look, computer saying, nigga, you on fire right now. Computer getting choppy now. No problem. I see you, Truist. Let me add you back. Okay, so Truist, I said that perhaps, hold on, let me turn the camera off because the bandwidth. Perhaps that source is lying, bro. I'm gonna suppose that source is lying. Let's check another one. So we go to the Times of Israel. It's titled from March 2019, 19th century slave Bible Exodus story to repress hope goes on display. All right, we're gonna click this link because the other one was lying about the African slave trade in Middle Passage. The other one was lying. Let's try this one instead. Okay, so now we got the Times of Israel. 19th century slave Bible that removed Exodus story to repress hope goes on display. What picture do we see? Look at the people, look at the people, look at the people. Look at the people, huh? Look at the people, right? It's the same image, ain't it? Okay, let's do a little bit reading. Oh, you know what? Let's be intelligent people. Hey, Truist.
Yep.
Can you see can you see the annotation at the bottom of the image? Can you read it? Because it's gonna give a date.
I can't see it. No. Oh, now I see it.
It's very small. Let me zoom in even a little bit more, just a tiny bit.
About 30 more seconds,
Can you just read
a lithograph circa 1880 of a group of men, women, and children being taken to a slave market.
All right, perfect.
But wait a sec.
I'm gonna pause it there.
Sakina.
And here we go. So do you want me to start and then OTK, I know you want to jump in, but please after OTK, I just want to respond, please.
No,
okay.
Go ahead. I'm gonna go because when I go, I might need a little second. So go ahead.
Okay. So Jay, where do I begin? All right. So, I'm not sure if you were there for the entirety of the show or if you heard, the beginning of the show, the prerequisite to where I inserted this article and then I played a clip. I don't want to repeat. Were you there for that?
Yeah, I was there.
Okay, so if you were there, you would have heard me say before reading the article, playing the clip, I gave my little spiel about what the intent of me showing this was for. I made it very clear. I also made it because we were talking about why, the concept of race, right, and it being a social construct, and then how that has, as a result of that, impacted, right, groups of people based on those classifications. I did not read the entire article. I skimmed through it specifically, and I made clear that I was going to do that on purpose because I don't want to get caught in the trick bag and moving the goalpost, right? So I know that you have proclaimed yourself as very intelligent, and I think that you are, right? You said that's your opinion. You're entitled to it. I can co-sign, right? Not a problem. I can agree. I think you are also very intelligent. And part of that intelligence, right, because you also listed a caveat to being intelligent about knowing how to, I guess, get sources, cite sources, check sources, X, Y, and Z, and that as adults, everyone should know that. I agree. And I also think that active listening is a skill. And as adults, we should have that too. But somehow that gets lost in translation. I want to be clear before I continue. I am not, nor interested in changing your mind at all. But what I find disingenuous is when the entirety of what the conversation was about, the reason for me showing the article and then the pieces of the video that I showed, right, was specifically talking about race in this social construct, how we self-identify, classifications of people, ... no pun intended. All right. I want to go to where, since you took the entirety of what I said, and then you surmised that, right, into one point, this is what your focus was, it seemed, and was about this image, right? And me saying, look at them, or look at them, look at them, look at the pic, right? Since that's what you want to bring it down to. Okay. Number one, that picture that you showed, and then that you Google image, and then that you begin to show the source, we see that it has appeared all over, right? That people have used it for journals, articles, news, opinion pieces, you name it. It is a very popular illustration, right? It's not a primary source, okay? Because it's not, it wasn't a cameraman that took that pic, right? Was there and saw, that's how those people, it was an illustration.
Right.
Meaning it was a drawing.
Lithograph, right. I got you.
Correct. Meaning that it has appeared in many different types of, like I just said, journals. Hell, even in when we're talking online, for example, a person might show that, and they use it, right? Mm-hmm. They use it to align to whatever their talking point is, because that's just how you use a source, right? So even in that, so the point of showing that and then Googling images and trying to, I'm confused, because that's an illustration. So in essence, someone literally drew that, mm-hmm. of going to a slave market. How do we know that that's true? How do we know that's how those people look? But let's just play with that. But let's be clear, that's not a primary source. So I'm confused as to like that's what I'm saying. Like, for you to even want to take my entire whatever I said, like when I was talking around that and showing the article and the reasons for it, to then simplify it and highlight it and focus on that one little thing of the image, and me saying, look at there. Mm-hmm. The point that I was making is, yes, look at them, because absolutely there were people with melanin that definitely had complexions like you and myself. That was the point. Never have I ever said that the Middle Passage didn't happen. I have never said that Africans weren't brought over to the Americas, right, as slaves. I have never said that. I will never say that. For me, for Dots, that's never what I have believed, right? So this is where the nuance I feel like there's obviously a lot of nuance, but something tends to get misconstrued, and people tend to take this, and then here we go with the split, us versus them. You're stupid, I'm not, I'm smarter than you, but not even realizing that they fell into the trick bag. And this is why I stopped it, and I said, don't fall into the trick bag, y'all, because I don't need the focus to be on that, because that wasn't the reason why I showed that. That was that point. I got 2 more to go, and I'm done, y'all. Second,
you good? Go ahead, Jay. I'm gonna let Jay respond back after you through. Go ahead.
Okay, so I will then just because I don't want to overtalk. So I'll just I want to share something real quickly. I'm gonna show OTK. You can share this for me in a second. And if anybody want to say anything, while I pull this up.
I want to say something, but I can wait.
And I can wait till after Jay responds, because I already found the actual source that was used, and I would like to share that source.
Did you stop sharing first and then sharing a new one?
Yep.
Because I still see you, but I don't want to kick you. Yeah, I don't want to kick this one right here out and then kick you out, you know?
No, I got you, babe. 1 second. While I pull this up, if anybody wanted to jump in, because I'm pulling up this source real quick. So
I think it would be rightful for me to jump in, since you're addressing me. I think a lot of what you said, I really don't even have a problem with. I could see how you feel grouped in with everything else. So if your portion was not in complete alignment with the sidebars and the ad libs, then we could dismiss that. Or if you need me to apologize, I could apologize. But what I will say is, when you first brought this to me, you said that I called you a mother effer. So I thought you was gonna show me calling you a MFer, because this is what you said in front of all these people. And I know for a fact I did not do that. So I'm still waiting for you. If you can please show me where I called you an MFer. I don't think you should put that on my character.
Okay, so I can apologize for that. If you didn't say Dots is a motherfucker, I do apologize. However, and this is why it's important to have a conversation so you can clarify. And if I continued on with the video, you said motherfuckers with an S, it was plural, but maybe you were talking about somebody else, but you were grouped since my name was in the title, and you were talking and you were referencing the they and them and all that other stuff. And so when you said motherfuckers, I mean, well, what else am I? I'm included in that. My name is in the title, bro. But I
No,
accept it.
not.
If that wasn't referencing me, it's all good. We're good. We can, I apologize for that. Okay. All right. What did I want to show in here? Now I just lost my train of thought. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. No, I want to start with this one. Hold on, y'all. Let me start with this one. Sorry, OTK. I'm gonna share another one.
Nah, you good. You good.
Give me a minute, y'all. Just give me 1 minute. I gotta pull this up. Give me 1 minute. Y'all can jump in, talk, say, let me pull this up.
No, you're good. He probably means I'm one of the motherfuckers because I'm about to be that
No,
motherfucker.
I was the one saying
In
Indian.
2 seconds, I'm about to be that motherfucker.
Nah, ain't nobody gonna be that, because to me it ain't even that deep or serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's none
It's
of that.
talk.
I'm not gonna give my energy to someone that wants me to have it toward them like that. I could reserve it. But as far as the source itself, I really wish you would have played the part where Truist went in, because you are valid when you say, it's a piece of artwork. It's been purposed in many different fashions and forms throughout different platforms. Absolutely correct. It's a piece of artwork. Now, what Truist was able to bring into the conversation, what we were able to detail together, was the cultural implications. Was the cultural? Yeah, we could talk about that too, OTK. Yeah,
Talk about the hats. I told them that on the show.
Yeah,
See,
No, but I have the
always
direct
listen.
source that the lady
Yeah.
used. I have the direct source and information that she used, that I did the same thing, and I was able to find the direct source that you didn't pull up, but I'll show everyone.
Okay, go ahead. Teach us.
Dots, whenever you get ready, Dots.
I'm pulling it up, y'all. Dulcie, if you want to share, I'm pulling it up. Give me 1 second.
Nah, Dots. You go ahead. You already started, man. So
Hold
you
on.
can go ahead.
Okay. However you want to do it, Dots.
If you go ahead, you can go before me.
All right. So here's the exact source, because he was pulling up ones from the 18th century, the 19th century. None of the information that she actually said herself. That's because people tend to do research to prove their points and not do research efficiently. And that's where I was saying before, where me and him always got into it. Not that I didn't think that he was smart or anything. I thought that he should actually kind of to some things that I'm saying, because I meant it for his betterment, to be a better person. But I think what happens is people are just so gun-ho to be right that it doesn't matter what's being said. That's why everything the Dots was even saying got misinterpreted. And it's like, oh, we get to put words in her mouth or anything like this. So we're gonna go down as far as it. So this is where she's talking about. She's talking about August 18th, 1518. Yes, the source says African slaves had usually been transported from Spain to Portugal and have been transshipped to the Caribbean in 1518, not in the 18th century. So when we scroll down and we look into the primary source, it says in August 1518 charter, the Spanish king gave one of his top council state members, Lorenzo de Gavad, permission to transport 4,000 Negro slaves, both male and female, to the West Indies, the Caribbean islands, and that at least at the islands. So the Indies is in the source. West is not. Islands is in the source. Caribbean is not. They had to add that. American is not in the source. Mainland is in the source, so they had to add that. And it says direct from the Isles of Guinea and other regions from which they won't be bring to said Negroes. So they had to put in West African as quotes to say, okay, these people need to be known as far as for West Africa. When we go into the history and we go through other sources, kind of like I was saying with correct with Miss Renee. You don't just stop at the first source and say, "Oh, okay, this says West African in brackets, so it's West African." Now we need to actually find this 1518 charter, see what was actually said in the charter, and see what other sources say. But so many people are just gun-ho of being like the first thing we actually see, we just go with it, we run with it. It doesn't matter that the primary source isn't saying the exact thing of someone else that wrote this, put it in brackets. So let's see who actually wrote this, because that's important. That's important too. All these factors are what studying consists of. And first off, when you actually go to a source and it's saying the 18th, 19th century, and you're not even quoting anything the woman is saying, that just shows first off, it's confirmation bias. You're not even ready to actually study how you should, to be like, okay, now let's actually take multiple sources to see. You were just ready to click on the first thing that said, okay, this says Africans and it has that picture. Boom, I'm done. And didn't even find the actual source that it came from. And then on top of that, no matter what, finding the source that it came from, the most qualified things are primary sources. And I'm very shocked, Jay, because this is one of the things you would get on me about with the Moors, about how, okay, let's not just go with the first source that you're reading. What does the primary source say? What does it say in the Arabic? What does it say in the Spanish? Yes. There's all these things that I know you know, because we've had these conversations, and just like Dot says, I know you're smart. But when you have a problem with someone and it's personal, then all that goes out of the window. And I know this for a fact because we've gotten into it on stuff that we shouldn't even have got into it before, Jay. But you had
about the source or personal stuff. Can you get to the source, please? Thank you.
Let her wrap up. You have
I'm not done talking.
Right,
so
thank you.
I'll continue with saying you had a personal vendetta against
I'll be back. Let me know when she's done. I'll be back. Let me know when she's done.
Okay, go get some tea. So you had a personal vendetta against me as far as before we were talking. And when we started off, it was just about information, going through the things, verifying things. And you would even be open to be like, okay, let's research this. Let's go through the primary sources. Let's see what it's really saying. But I can tell that you're getting stopped on your normal research, good habits, by whatever you have against this Indians thing. Because I know you know better than to not bring up the actual source that was being sourced. And then I know you know better than to just be like, okay, that qualifies everything, without bringing up the primary source. So there's a lot of stuff that was just false. It didn't come from the Times of Israel. It didn't come from anything. It came from this source that was saying 1518. And now we need to actually look up the primary sources of 1518 to see what the King of Spain was saying about the people, because this is a secondary source that's saying they're African, when African, the word, wouldn't have existed. So we need to actually go back and see what the primary said about the people.
Okay, so I found my source.
Plus, there was no African brought in the 1500s to North America. There was no African brought in.
Right, because I know another source would say that. And
please let me respond. And
I'm gonna go after you, Jay.
I appreciate you so much. You know what? I love you for that, Dots. I'm gonna tell you, I love you for that. Thank you. So this was really, really bad. Like, that was bad, Dulcinea. That was terrible. That was disgusting. That was horrible. With all due respect to you, you did not show a primary source. I don't know what the hell you. You know what? I'm not even gonna talk to you, Dulcinea, because I don't want you to be mad at me. A primary source is gonna tell you who the author is, where was it created, when was it created, and it should have like an annotation in the original language.
Show me the primary of that picture. Okay. No. Show me the primary of that picture.
Why are you doing this?
The whole thing is about that picture. Because you're referencing a picture that you started talking. Show us the primary source of that picture.
You're not going to let me explain? You're not going to let me speak? For real?
Nah, but
For
you
real.
did all that
Look,
old
look.
bullshit at the
Hey,
beginning. You
straight up,
didn't have
right?
to
I'm
do
the only
that.
voice up here defending myself. I hear
Who
sidebars
gives
and
a fuck?
ad libs.
No,
Bro,
well,
come on, man.
Please
OTK, let
talk.
him
Let me
go,
talk.
let him
Let me
go,
talk.
because
Let
the
me
point
talk. Let
was
me
for
talk. Let
he
me
didn't bring
talk.
up the original
Let me
source it
talk,
was
please.
sourced from, but I
Let
got the
me talk,
primary source too.
please. Let me talk, please. Give me that respect. It's one renegade and 7,000 Indians up here. Let me rock. I know I'm a strong surgical motherfucker, but let me rock. Thank you. So with Dulcinea show,
You can rock, man, but don't be so cocky with it, Jay. God damn, man. Don't act like you just you against the fucking world now. Chill out with that, Jay. Please, man.
this is crazy. Now
Damn,
you
it's
muting
been
me?
respectful.
I ain't
Bro,
never
it's been
muted you on
respectful
my
all
shit,
night.
bro.
I
I
know,
ain't
but
never,
it's been
not
respectful.
once did
Listen,
I ever
and the
mute
reason
you.
why I mute you because you don't
Not
have to do
once.
all of that.
Not
Listen,
once,
stick with
bro.
the I know, stick with the information, and you don't have to do that, bro.
Hold
Just
on,
stick
hold
with
on,
the information.
OTK.
You don't have to
OTK.
talk
Okay,
shit
Jay,
about
go ahead.
people.
Come on,
OTK.
let's stick
I
to the
still,
information,
I
y'all. Let's
still
stick to
didn't
the
get to
That's
speak
information.
all.
yet.
That's all,
Go
I
bro.
ahead,
still
Jay.
Okay,
didn't get to speak.
please,
I
okay, let me
still
finish.
didn't get to speak.
Go
I
ahead, Jay.
still
Yeah,
Go,
you
didn't get
you
to
way
speak.
better, Jay, when you
I
just stick to the
still did
info
not
for
get
real.
to speak. This is crazy. Y'all up here trying to scrutinize me. So let the king speak. Yeah, I'm confident.
Who the
You don't
fuck
like
is
it? You
scrutinizing
don't like
somebody,
it?
nigga? You
I
OTK,
am a king, nigga. I'm a
OTK,
young king. Let
OTK.
me speak. So
We all
about
kings, nigga.
Please.
fuck that. And this is my fucking show. I built up that round table gang, and I'm building up my own shit over here, along with the help of my motherfucking people. Dog. I'm not about to take that shit. Fuck that. I'm not about to take that, and I don't care. And he can come back up, but dog, nah, fuck that. That's some old crazy shit. Straight the fuck up. He could have did whatever he had to do without talking to you like that. He didn't have to start like that. Like he don't got respect for fucking JB. That's the crazy shit. That lets you know that when you fuck with certain people, they don't give a fuck about you. You gotta watch who you fuck with like that, man. Word. No, Jay, you can come back up. No, you ain't never did that to me. You never muted nobody. I did all the fucking muting because I don't give a fuck. And when I see shit fucked up, I'm gonna do it. The one night I didn't mute the motherfuckers, all y'all was on me like, damn, you let such and such talk to them girls like that. So now I'm doing the same thing to you. The same shit you came to me about.
Let's get back to
That's
the
all.
information, y'all. Let's get back to the
Come on,
information.
yeah. Yeah, and he's way better when he sticks to the information. Word. That's all. That's not that other shit about calling people out their name and all that shit there and talking. That shit is crazy. I know, man.
Is he coming back up?
I hope he do, man. He got the
Come
link.
on,
He can
Jay.
come up anytime. He can come up anytime he want. Yeah, he can come up anytime he want. Oh shit, I kick you out, Dots. I'm sorry. I thought that was the information you brought up. Yeah, he can come up. He can hit the link whenever he want.
Well,
I just
well, I
found
know
that out
that you
too.
were gonna
I
show
just
something
found out
too, right?
too. Yeah, right there. There you
Okay.
go. All right, bet.
That's
Oh,
wild,
I
bro. But you know
no,
what? I'm
you
gonna
good.
get some
Just
information.
come.
It is
Listen,
what it is. But
Jay. There
just
you go.
know, just know, I'm gonna keep that noted, bro. Because I ain't never ever did that to you. Not once have I ever
No, you
muted
never
you.
did that to
And
nobody. You never did that to
Okay,
nobody.
hold on,
okay.
brother. And
Please.
I never
Jay, Jay, what is your sign, man?
Yo, Marquise, can I speak, please, bro?
Don't
Damn,
do
like
your
why every
thing.
time and then y'all get mad when I get turned up. Y'all
Do your
keep
thing,
on
Jay.
interjecting, bro.
All right,
Do
can
your thing.
everybody mute up and just let him go get off? And then after you, Jay, can I just show my source?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this and be out because it's becoming a spectacle. Like I see what's going on. But for my peoples that are about the information and take this seriously, here's how I respond to Dulcinea. She pulled up some source and claimed that it was a primary. A primary source.
never said it was a primary. I said it was a secondary.
I got
So
cut
he
off. I
lied.
just got cut
He
off.
just lied. I can pull up what I just said.
Dulcinea.
Yo, OTK, this is crazy,
please.
bro. OTK,
That's
be
fine.
fair.
I'll pull up what I just said, OTK.
OTK, be fair, bro.
Okay.
OTK, be fair, bro. Come on now.
I'll
Yeah, I
apologize. Go
will
ahead,
be
Jay. You
fair,
got
bro.
it.
But damn,
You got
listen
it.
now, Jay. Hold up. Fuck this.
This
Jay,
is
hold up,
nutty.
Jay. Hold
Oh
up, bro.
my
You asking me to be fair, but then when I try to tell you to be fair, you start flipping out and shit. And I'm like,
I
yeah, you
understand what's
never
going
muted
on.
nobody. Hold on,
OTK, I
Jay. See,
understand, brother.
hold
I
up,
just want to
Jay.
say my
Hold
piece
up.
and I'm gonna
You
leave.
never muted nobody. I've been the one muting people.
This
Yes,
is
I did
crazy.
mute you. because I just wanted you to stick to the info, bro.
The real one
That's it.
she was
Go in on
going
the
on.
info.
Okay,
Go ahead.
y'all.
Go ahead,
Please.
Jay. It's your floor. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jay.
Is it my floor, or am I gonna get cut off?
Jay, you got it. Nobody else is gonna talk. Please, y'all. Please, just let him talk. Please.
This is what she wants to happen. So I'm gonna speak now. She did not show a primary source. She showed just a historical article that talked about something completely unrelated to the actual lithograph. Nothing in that article connected itself to the lithograph. She can't even tell us who the author is of the lithograph. She can't even tell us the date of the lithograph. Just because you pull up a damn article unrelated that has a date 1519 does not mean it's in any way, shape, or form tied to the image that I pulled up. Now, we can even go from another direction. We could look at the cultural symbolism in the pictures. Why the hell the brother got a turban on? Why the sisters carrying the foods on top of their heads? Why? Why are they wearing... hold on. See?
Hold
what
on,
happened
OTK.
when they
It's
start
okay.
speaking?
It's
I can
okay.
laugh. What the
See
fuck?
what
Yeah, but
happens
Joe,
every time I
let him
start
finish
speaking?
because he's gonna cry. Let him finish, please.
Every time I start speaking, this is what happened. It's a lack of respect. It's like, and then when I start to respond to this, I get muted and kicked out. OTK, that's crazy, bro. But I'm taking
I
note
only
of how
muted you
you're
that
doing
one
things.
time. I only
So it's
muted you
all
that
good,
one
brother.
time.
It's all good, big bro. Mr. OG, I appreciate how you play it fair. Thank you very much. So again, if anyone out there is intelligent, is a critical thinker like Dots, Marquise, I know I'm a little bit disappointed in you that you would sidebar something that was
I'm not
poorly,
sideboarding.
that was
I want
poorly
the information to come out, Jay.
that was poorly brought out like that. I'm really sad and disappointed for my people. I'm sad that you guys can't think better than this. I'm sad that you would
Nigga,
let
I'm Team
Dulcinea
Jay.
try to be a show woman and say a bunch of nothing and pose as if it was something. I almost feel disrespected. I'm up here responding to this. Like,
You
but
should be
peace to all of
disrespected.
y'all. Hey, OTK, thank you for letting me on.
He'll run because the receipts, as he did.
I'm
He'll
trying to make
always
peace with
run
my
for
brother.
the receipts.
I'm trying to make peace with my brother. Thank you
Marquise
for
ain't had
letting me
nothing to do
on.
with this.
There was no back and forth. I see the game and I'm smarter than that, so I'm not gonna play it. Peace to Dots. No disrespect to you. I love you, Dots. Thank you for giving me the space to speak. If you felt like I came at you, it just so happened that you were in the bunch. Now I still stand with my position. I still think I'm 1,000,000,000% right. And I'm gonna let you all think what you think. And it is what it is. It's peace like that. It's late. I hope you all have a good night. Turn up, enjoy yourself, kick back, relax, and we turned up the show. You're welcome.
Yeah, so
Okay, so
Jay's
can I
always
play?
been
Can
a
I play my
liar.
floor,
So this
please?
has been his main thing. This was his
I've been
for his
waiting.
betterment to be a
Y'all,
better
I've been
person.
waiting for a minute.
I think
Well,
what
I just had
happens
to
is
show that
people
he
are just
lied as
so
far as
I just
done
want
I
the
said that this is a
information to come out.
primary. That
I didn't want
doesn't
nobody to
matter
know.
what
You're out of my
he
mouth
said.
me saying
That's
it's a
why
primary.
everything that Dots was even saying got misinterpreted.
Can I please just show my
And
screen,
it's like,
y'all?
oh, we get to put words in her mouth or anything like this. So we're gonna
Not J
go
Man
down
and
as far as it. So this is where she's talking about. She's talking about August 18th, 1518. Yes, the source says African slaves had usually been transported from Spain to Portugal and have been transshipped to the Caribbean in 1518, not in the 18th century. So when we scroll down and we look into the primary source, it says in August 1518 charter, the Spanish king gave one of his top council state members, Lorenzo de Gavad, permission to transport
Yo, so this
4,000
nigga
Negro
still
slaves,
playing
both
this shit on
male
his
and
end.
female, to the West.
Oh, that was you. Okay, that was you, Dosey? Dulcinea,
Yeah,
was that you just now?
I'm trying to exit it out of right now.
I got it. I got it. I
Yeah,
got it. I
you
already
gotta
did it.
take it
Yeah,
off.
okay.
So yeah, I was showing
Yeah.
that I didn't say the source was primary. So you see how he tried to lie and said I said the source was primary. I said actually transcribed what was in the primary. So
Y'all
he
both
always
were
does
saying the
this. He
same
gets mad
thing.
about that. Can you kick
Hey,
it?
listen, Dulcie. I
Can
thought
you
he
please play
still
my?
was.
To be known
Yeah,
as
I
far
thought.
as for West Africa. No, I think it's still when playing. We go into the history and we go through.
Don't know.
Okay, all right.
OTK, can you share my
I
screen,
thought
please?
he was screaming off. Yes, I will, baby. Mama,
Thank you.
The
sister.
sound keep going in and out. I don't know if that's
All
just
right,
my
let's get
phone.
So I wanted to share, and hopefully Jay, you're still here, or for anybody, but just for the conversation, I know kind of moved along, but just to backtrack a little bit, this was a source that I was trying to pull up before, so I'll just quickly, and then I know you guys will follow along, but tell me what you think. Okay, so and this comes from the Pew Research Center. So just real quickly, y'all. Anyway, learning about family history, we know, can be a challenge. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. For Black Americans, because of slavery, it is often difficult for them to trace their ancestry prior to the 1870 census. Records of the enslaved are often handwritten, poorly maintained, or simply lost over time. In light of this, the survey had asked Black Americans to share what they know of their family and ancestral histories. It also asked Black Americans about the ways they learned about their family stories and their backgrounds. I'm going to skim, like I always do, because nobody got time to be here or reading the whole article. Then it goes to most Black adults say their ancestors were enslaved, but some are not sure. When it comes to knowledge of their family's history with slavery, nearly 6 in 10 Black adults, which 57%, say their ancestors were enslaved. About 4 in 10, 41%, report they were enslaved in the United States. Only 5% says that their ancestors were solely enslaved outside the U.S., while 11% will say they were enslaved both in the U.S. and in another country. Pay attention. Walk with me, y'all. However, not all Black Americans are sure whether their ancestors were enslaved. And some say that their ancestors were not enslaved. Let me repeat that. However, not all Black Americans are sure whether their ancestors were enslaved. And some say their ancestors were not. About a third, 34%, say they are not sure if their ancestors were enslaved, while 8% say their ancestors were not. Black adults, boom, boom, boom. Then it gets into the demographics. Hold on. And of course, I will put this in a public chat. Okay. It starts getting into the demographics based on okay. So conversely, no, let me get here. Black adults also differ on this question, right, of where they come from by ethnicity. So non-Hispanics, 52%, and multiracial, 50%. Black adults are more likely than Black Hispanic adults to say that their ancestors were enslaved in the U.S. I'm going to scroll down, and then OTK, just one more.
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Most Black adults are at least somewhat informed about U.S. Black history, right? So in addition to their family history, we asked Black Americans about their knowledge of racial history. Overall, about half, 51% of Black adults say they are very or extremely informed about the history of Black people in the U.S., while 37% say they are somewhat informed, 11% say they are a little informed or not at all, right? And then it breaks it down by like income. It breaks it down by your age. It shows that, the older you are, most people tend to feel that they're more informed. But if you're noticing, right, there's a lot of question marks even in this, right? So you have a heavy percentage of quote unquote Black Americans saying, I'm not sure if my people or if where I come from were enslaved. That those numbers are telling, very, very telling. Then I want to go to this next article real quick. I don't know. Hold on. And
take
how I
time.
like doing things, I don't want to
take your time. You just you on that New York minute. You're moving fast. You're speaking fast. You on that New York minute. Take your time.
Yeah,
Take your
because I don't
time.
want to over talk, and I don't want to read y'all to death because y'all can read yourself, right? Like, so I kind of this is just like my style. It's late, and I just want to kind of get through it. But this one, okay, the Black presidents. I know y'all seen that picture, right? Many times. Another image that is quite popular. The Black presence in America before Columbus. Okay. The African presence is proven, hold on, by stoneheads, terracottas, skeletons, artifacts, techniques, and inscriptions, by oral traditions and documented history, by botanical, linguistic, and cultural data. When a feasibility of African crossings of the Atlantic was not proven and the archaeological evidence undated and unknown, we could in all innocence ignore the most startling of coincidences. This is no longer possible. The case for African contacts with pre-Columbian America In spite of a number of understandable gaps and a few minor elements of contestable data, is no longer based on the fanciful conjecture and speculation of romantics. It is now grounded upon an overwhelming and growing body of reliable witnesses, and we all know Ivan van Sertima. They came before Columbus. Let's continue to go down because I think I highlighted where I wanted to read, but you guys are, I'm pretty sure, familiar with some of these images. Hold on. I hope I didn't. Oh, I did. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me.
Take your time. Take your time. You working. Take your time.
I done lost my spot because I don't forgot. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Eyewitness accounts. Okay, ever since Christopher Columbus first suggested that Black Africans preceded him, meaning came before him, to the New World, the Americas, a number of scholars have investigated this contention. In the journal of the second voyage, Columbus wrote that when he reached Haiti, then labeled Hispaniola, right? Hispaniola, what we now call Haiti/Dominican Republic. The native people told him that black-skinned people had come from the south and southeast in ships trading in gold-tipped metal spears. The following is recorded in Recolta, Part 1, Volume 1, and I quote, Columbus wanted to find out what the Indians of Hispaniola had told him that had come from the south and southeast. Negro people who bought those spear points let me reread that. Columbus wanted to find out what the Indians of Hispaniola had told him that had come from the south and southeast. Negro people who bought those spear points made of a metal, which they call guanin, of which he had sent samples to the king and queen for assay, and which was found to have 32 parts, 18 of gold, 6 of silver, and 8 of copper. Curious about the validity of the story, Columbus did indeed send samples of these spears, as we know, back on a mail ship to Spain to be examined. And it was found that the ratio of properties of gold, copper, and silver alloy were identical to the spears then being formed in African Guinea. Do I need to reread that real quickly? Do y'all hear what that just said? Did y'all hear what that just said?
Yeah, just read it a little slower, just so in case they recording it and they seeing it, just they don't have to rewind it. Just read it back. Yeah,
no
please.
problem. I'll put the article thing in the public chat as well. Ever since Christopher Columbus first suggested that Black Africans preceded him, so ever since Chris suggested that Black folks, quote unquote Black, preceded him to the New World, a number of scholars investigated this contention. In his journal, Columbus wrote that when he reached Haiti, then labeled Hispaniola, the native people told him that black-skinned people had come from the south and southeast in ships trading in gold-tipped metal spears. So he's identifying that there were some black-looking folks that was trading in this. The following is recorded in Recolta, Part 1, Volume 1. Columbus wanted to find out what the Indians of Hispaniola had told him that had came from the south and southeast. Negro people who bought those spear points made of a metal, which they called guanin, of which he had sent samples. So basically in the quote, how is he buying? So basically, if there was no folks that look like you and I over here, how are Negro people here? How is he hearing about Negro people here in the Americas who are selling spear points made of gold, silver, and copper? Okay, let's continue on. In a book of the life of Columbus, his son Ferdinand reported that his father saw black people himself when he reached the region just north of the country today called Honduras. Nearly a dozen other European explorers also found black people in the Americas when they reached the Western Hemisphere. In September 1513, Vasco Núñez de Balboa led his men down the slopes of Guarapua, which was near Darien, now called Panama, where they saw several black men who were captured by Native Americans. Balboa asked the Indians whence they got them, meaning the black people, but they could not tell, nor did they know more than this, that men of this color were living nearby and that they were constantly waging war with them. These were the first Negroes that had been seen in the Indies. Right? Pete Martyr, the first prominent European historian of the New World, stated that the black men seen by Balboa and his companions were shipwrecked Africans who had taken refuge in the local mountains. Let's continue on with Peru. Father Fray Gregorio Garcia, a priest of the Dominican order who spent 9 years in Peru during the early 16th century, identified an island excuse me. Where are we? Where are we? Just on my plate. Identify an island off of Cartagena, Colombia, as the place where the Spanish first found Black people in the New World. As in Darien, these Africans were captives of war among the Native Americans. Okay. Also, during the 16th century, after the advent of Columbus, but before the universal enslavement of Africans, Cabello de Balboa cited a group of 17 Black people, quote unquote, I'm saying Black, quote unquote, Black people, who, after being shipwrecked in Ecuador, became governors of an entire province of Native Americans. I'll read that again. As in Darien, these Africans were also captives of war among the Native Americans, also during the 16th century, after the advent of Columbus, but before the universal enslavement of Africans. Cabello de Balboa cited a group of 17 Black people who, after being shipwrecked in Ecuador, became governors of an entire province of Native Americans. And then it goes on and on.
Black Europeans. There we go. Them the ones who we call them. Hey, go ahead, Docs. Go ahead.
No, I'll stop there.
This is
And I'm gonna put
his son book even go even more in detail. See, Christopher never made it to North America, but his son did. And his son wrote about it. Christopher had to stay on the boat because he was too sick to get off. But see, a lot of stuff I keep in the cut. Because I you know what I mean? I be waiting, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you, but a lot of shit I keep in the cut now. But go, you cooking
But
right now.
OTK, I'm gonna mend your relationship because people could just hate me more than they hate you. Because I swear they hate me. But yeah, so look at this, right? This is what he said we couldn't do. We couldn't screenshot it and look for ourselves. Who knows what he did as far as the screenshot? Because see how it says, I have the exact match for this information here, where it comes from. You see where it says see exact match? So he said, I didn't pull up anything. I pulled up something that had nothing to do with it. I pulled up the exact match, the one that he went all around to actually pull up, to be like, okay, I found the exact match where she actually quoted from, and not she by Dots, but she by who Dots was using. I don't know that lady's name, sorry. But when she was talking about the origin of race, I pulled up the exact thing that's where it came from. So here's the actual where it comes from.
Yeah.
Is that not the picture? Is that not the picture? He said I didn't pull it up. Am I crazy? Is that not the exact picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. It's the exact picture. Then I said this is a secondary source, but here we have part of what the primary says. I think I said that too. And I showed you, hey, this part, the 4,000 Negro slaves, both male and female, that's in the primary. West is not in the primary. Indies is in the primary. Islands is. Caribbean is not. American is not. Mainland is. I was going in to say about what the primary, but really, if I'm gonna be truthful of it, none of this stuff is in the primary. Because why? Because the primary is in Spanish. So here we go, because people want to act like the queen of primaries is not going to find the primary. What?
Hey, do yours got an
author? Going to find the primary.
Hold up, do yours got an author?
Don't mess with me. Like, what are we talking about? I'm always going to find the primary. So yes, so here it is in Spanish. This is what this was coming from. So we can even go in the beginning where they give you the details. And guess what? It's what she was saying. From 1501 to 1518, the transatlantic slave trade was comprised of Black slaves transported from Iberia. Direct slave traffic from Africa was not initially permitted for the same reasons that colonists were repeatedly forbidden from bringing enslaved Muslims and Moriscos to the Americas. The Spanish crown worried that the captives of sub-Saharan Africa might introduce non-Christian religious practices to the Amerindian population. Though very little is known of the earliest slave trade to the Americas, the number of slaves transported during these years appears to be comparatively minimal.
Yeah, so we're not unscrambled. Okay, unscrambled minds in the building. Hello.
Unscrambled minds in the building. That's why I was like, Dot, you might not have been the motherfucker, but he definitely meant me as one of the motherfuckers. And I'll be that.
Yeah, all right. So let me show y'all something real quick. So he say that, you know what I mean? I thought I already had it pulled up. But let me see if I can pull up something real quick. Y'all go ahead and talk. I'm gonna pull up something real quick. Let me see if I can.
But this is why he had a problem with me before. If y'all remember before when he was beefing hella hard with me, and it was because he lied about what Commission said on the platform, and I just tried to correct him and be like, "You misinterpreted what he said. He didn't say that." I brought it back the clip to show that that's not what he said, and then he went on a whole rage. He even went to Big Chief Topcat's panel about the rage against Commission. Then that's when Big Chief brought me up because Kamisha was like, "There's the girl in the chat. She can tell you what happened." I was like, "Whoa, okay." So I came up there, and
So
I
this
was
been
like,
going on
"Yes,
for a while.
yes, he is like this."
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm like, when he
Dulcinea,
doesn't, he sees
Man, I was
red,
lost the
and then
whole
he
goddamn
doesn't
time.
see anything else
Dulcinea.
but red, huh, Marquise?
Okay, you know the Sephardic Jews was with the Moors, right? The whole time, right?
Somewhat, a little bit, but
They
not really, because there's some Jews that are going to go against the Moors, and then you have to understand the Moors are Muslim,
we
right?
ain't talking about nobody's that's biased. We talking about real history.
No, I'm talking about real history. You would say that some of the Sephardic Jews did beef with Moorish people, right?
No, they was under them. They was around them. They were basically the same people.
Okay, so what time would you say that this was? Is
I
this
was saying,
Mohammedan time?
I was saying this because when Jay said Israel, you said no, it wasn't Israel. It was Moorish people. Y'all were both right and y'all were both wrong because they was there at the same time simultaneously. The Moors is Israelites. They practically are the Jews.
I
Yeah,
thought when
and
he
I
was
get
saying
that.
that, I thought he was talking about a source. That was the name of a source, like New York Times or something like
So
that.
y'all were both right and y'all were both was wrong, and y'all was arguing about it, but y'all both was
Are you
wrong.
talking about today, or are you talking about before?
Today.
No, 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 no. What
Before
what I was saying is his Times of Israel is not the exact source where it came from. I just pulled. That's why I was showing you in the Google search, because you can actually pull up the screenshot. And what he must have did was he didn't take the full screenshot to get the exact thing. But if you look here, it's going to pull up the exact matches, and you can see from the screenshot the exact match from this screenshot is from the Independent. It's
I'm
not from the Times of Israel. It's not from the CBS one that he pulled up. The exact source that the woman was quoting in the video is from this Independent. And then she was quoting as far as the information. She's most likely associated with the Independent. What it is most likely this Independent news article was exactly directly connected to that video. And then if you go as far as where they're breaking it down of the information comes from this primary source. The primary source is a charter from King Charles of Spain that was detailing the need to actually get African slaves
But see, that's
at that
why
time.
that's
But
why
it was because there was originally the original slaves from where it says the Iberian Peninsula and the Americas.
I'm
Yes,
not
sorry, Dots.
yeah,
I'm
but I
not
think
I'm
Marquise
not going
wasn't.
against that. I'm not going
Yeah,
against
he
that
wasn't.
at
I don't think
all.
he was saying that.
I'm saying when they speak about just the Moors, they ain't just talking about just the Berber mixed Arabs. They're talking about the Jews too.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying they aren't talking about Jews. I
Yeah,
didn't say that.
and I think that's what y'all got it confused with. That's why y'all got into look like a little
No, no. He
as
said
with
that I said that it was a primary source that was a secondary source, and then
right.
he said that the article I pulled up was nowhere in related to the picture that originally was it, which she was both false about. The article that I pulled up is directly related, and the original article that the lady was using the picture from
What I heard was
is.
both of y'all was saying the same shit.
Yeah.
And y'all just kept arguing with each other.
Well, no, because he lied on me. He said I said something was a primary source, and it didn't. We weren't saying the same thing because I never argued about the Moors or anything that
But
was in the
Dulcie, you
primary
know
source.
what? that's what this is what, like, let's remember what the original point was. This is what happens with some when things are taken out of context. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't the fact that even that there's a conversation or unpacking of it, or even we're even still on it, right, about an image that was like not even, I mean, realistically, it was taken out of context, right?
Yeah, it
A
was. And
larger
that's why I
point
stand
of
by
a
the
racist
advice I
construct.
give
So
to
now we're
him.
going back and forth over an image now. It doesn't need to be like that.
Right.
That's what happens when things are taken out. So I'm happy that, Jay, if you're still listening, that you did hit the link at least, and that we could have had that conversation. Not sure if it cleared up any. Well, at least we got cleared up the MF for comment, and at least you understood my
I
point
don't
with the
I don't think it's
illustration.
going to clear up
You know
anything.
what I
I
mean?
remember
But
when he had
it
the
is what
issue
it is.
before, then it was
It
just
is.
like this with me. So I
Yeah.
personally would not hold my breath because I ain't going to die holding my breath. But what I would say is, as far as it is, we weren't arguing about Moors, Marquise. Moors didn't come up. Jews didn't come up. It was just the fact that he lied. He lied and said, I said it was a primary source. I didn't. I pulled up the section that referenced the primary source in the article, and then I had the primary source on the side. But that's what they like to do. That's why they run before I pull out the receipts, because I have the video showing I didn't say what he said I said. I have all the sources laid out one by one, and his we don't know how to reverse image search in Google showed you exactly the same process that he did, that he said that none of us even know how to do. And I showed you he was so enraged, he didn't take the full screenshot. He didn't get the actual exact match for the articles that it is. And then he began to lie because it was like, oh, Dulcinea has all the receipts. But it's one of those things that I do attribute to him being young. I know all young people ain't like him, but I do attribute it to him being young and having some growing to do. And that's why he gets mad at me.
Well, I'm getting ready to drop down. I'll be in the chat. So thank you for having me on the panel, OTK, as always. Good night, Dulcie. You already
Yeah.
know.
Yes, good
Hey,
night.
And
Dulcie,
y'all,
what year
Swordfish, Baby
you found that
Yoso,
picture
Marquise.
at?
Huh?
Oh, excuse me. What year you say you found that picture at Dulcinea? 1889?
All right. Good night, y'all. I'm gonna drop
Oh,
down. Peace.
good night. Good night.
I,
No,
I,
the
all
original
right,
source pulls up the
Good night, Dux.
1518 as well. The
okay.
what she was referencing, the original source where it comes from talks about that 1518, the King of Spain, and what was happening at the time. And it goes through everything that she was saying. Basically, that those were not the African slaves at the time, because the charter was going to say, hey, we need to go get African slaves. And they were against it at the time because they did not want the influence of Africans on the American Indian people, as it said. So they were, but they said
They made
because
sure they
the
kept them.
numbers got so low, which it doesn't
Mhm.
really say the numbers got low because of death, the numbers got so low because of transporting from different places to one another. So it was like, we're going to have to go get labor from something else. And that's where the King Charles charter comes in, where
And
it's
not
granted
only
the
that,
permission to
dog,
go to Africa.
The
yeah,
disease
and not
is
only that, we got articles and we got paperwork that said that once they try to enslave the Indian, they if they fuck around and slip the wrong way, that Indian will get loose on their ass. You know what I mean? And he knew the land. So they was like, man, fuck all of this, man. This shit is getting too hectic. We need to replace their ass. Plus, they don't work as hard as them. That was another thing they used to say too, as a fucking excuse. But it's all good though. But go ahead and
of course the slave not gonna work hard as them. They don't want to work, motherfucker.
hey Marquise, I clipped you last night now.
You clipped me last night.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Listen, when you went in last night about the hair,
hmm
what was he asking you again?
I forgot, man. He kind of
He
like
was Truist.
just going
Truist
everywhere
was
with
asking you like
everything.
why we wear waves,
Right. Oh,
right?
he was
Yeah.
saying, you know how people be like, this how we know we these people because our hair be nappy, and I was just telling them like they don't got nothing to do with nothing. Uh, the Indians, the perm they hair to make their hair straight. We do it to this day. You know what I'm saying? If an African know how to take her as her, he'll grow waves too. So don't think because his hair was nappy, uh, that was the culture or that's that's that we know identify that's us. No, that's not. They don't have nothing to do with it at all.
And then you hit him off with a scenario. You say, "Yo, I had a friend. Everybody thought he was African because his hair was nappied in a mug.
Mm-hmm.
But I told him, yo, you got to brush it and keep brushing it." And you was like, yo, it's repetition. So, in other words, you was like, yo, repetition is what's going to straighten the hair out.
Mm-hmm.
Using that grease and steady brushing it. And he was like, no, why we got to do that when all we need to do is wash it and let it be natural? And you was like, hold on. And matter of fact, Jay caught on to that shit first, but you was like, hold on, man, I know where you going with this shit. And you was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, you was like, I don't know if y'all were listening to these Pan Africans or these Hebrews or something, but that here shit is out the window, man.
I forgot Barbados what I was saying, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I clipped it. Don't worry
But
about it. I clipped
also, isn't the island of New Guinea above Australia? I'm looking at it on the map. Isn't it above Australia?
I
Yeah, New
believe
Guinea
so.
is in the island. Yeah, New Guinea is
Yeah,
in
Yeah,
you
the
talking about
go
like
through the
Papua New Guinea
Pacific to
and
get
stuff.
there.
Mm-hmm.
yes, definitely.
So that's not even in Africa.
Oh, I
Wait a
thought
minute.
they might have thought that was Ghana.
Well, they do have Guinea Bissau.
Yeah, they
You
have
got
a Guinea, but if this is
Guinea,
Spanish for the Isles, like the island of Guinea,
Right.
yeah,
that would have to be the island, right?
right. Because that's where the New Guinea plant come from. That we plant
Mm.
here in South Carolina. The New Guinea plant
It's
don't come
that
from
I did get 5 years of Spanish, y'all, and I should be fluent, but I'm not. But
shit. Don't
I can
feel
make
bad.
out some of this
I get
stuff
every
because you got to understand too of the differences. Like this, this is coming from La Trade Nigre as Indias of de Castile in Paris, 1906. And they have the English version coming from Oxford, 2010. That's a long time of difference. So of course, now they got all this
yeah.
African this, but they still have the Isles of Guinea, here, and you can see Las Islas de Guinea y otras partes donde se
That's a castle in
acostumbran
the
entre
yeah. That's
los
like castle
discos negros a
like
estos
Negro,
reinos y a
like
Portugal y de otros. So like it's saying
that's
like
Indies.
place.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's Indies. That's
Yeah, that's
actually how they
Indies.
was. They got the mountains out there too now, the range and the man. It's so crazy because
So
depending
they're
on
still
who
saying this is 4,000 transported from Africa, but this ain't even Africa they talking about. That
Mm-hmm.
ain't even Africa they're talking about right here. They're talking about the island of Guinea.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's why yes, you can definitely get a source to say what you wanted to say, especially when you're not reading the original source and you're going to 2010. But it's like, yeah, well, we had to get into really like where is this island at? What is this place they're even talking about? Because we know back then it did not have Africa as part of that. So now that they're writing in Africa, we gotta say, okay, is that what they originally meant, or did they mean a different place? Which makes total sense that they're able to go through the Pacific originally and start getting slaves by going through the Pacific. Isn't that how they got the Asian slaves?
Mm-hmm.
yes sir
So
into
yeah,
Mexico,
I
California.
have to go to. It's getting late, but it is what it is. I know if anything that's gonna bring it back and mend your relationship, it's the hate for me, OTK. But I'ma still make these niggas hate me because I'm definitely gonna be on researching what they say. Honestly, remember,
You're
I don't
right,
think you
nah.
even
Yeah,
remember
man.
that
You're right,
first
man.
night that I met Big Chief. You were there on Cube's channel, and you were like, Dulcinea, be quiet, let them handle it. And I was like, no.
He's like,
I can ask
I'm about to get
questions
in this.
too.
No, OTK. I was like,
I
oh
did.
shit.
He brought up something. I'm researching. I'm like, I'm bringing up
I
the
Yeah,
sources.
I finna step down too, y'all. It's 3:30 over here, y'all.
yeah,
Right.
we all
But
came a long way,
yes,
man. But that's what it's about, though. Elevate. We all came a long way, and
it did. I
you
needed
do
to
be
read
making some
those
great
sources for
points. Now,
myself.
I didn't know shit about the. All I know how to do was log on off my phone. I didn't know nothing about working the computer with live or no none of that. Yes, he taught me that. I always say that though. You know what I mean? But hey, he ain't teach me how to be me though. He teach me how to use a platform to be me. You know what I mean? And yes, him, you, unscrambled minds, period. The more y'all used to go into me, the more to make me want to come back to get back at y'all. And you know what I mean? He was behind me. Goddamn not sweet feather, Loletta. Shouts out to Loletta, goddess Loletta Mays. One of the first to even push me out there. If it wasn't for her, I would have never met Truist, Chris, none of them. OJ, I would have never met none of them without Loletta.
Right.
So
So did you originally meet them on Cubes or did you meet them somewhere else?
no, I jumped Loletta. Me and Loletta. This was during the wars, the Pan African wars. Remember now, at first, Dulcinea, we had our little things, the Indians against the Moors. We was staying in
Yeah, because
house, but you know what
that's how y'all met me. Cube had a thing like, oh, we're gonna talk to Dulcinea about being a Moor and had that thing, and then y'all all came up. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll take all of y'all.
right,
Like,
right,
I have the
right,
primaries.
right.
So
So
I remember when I was like,
really, it
Virginia
was just
laws, and I'm like, what does
right.
this say, OTK? Does this not say the Mohammedan people? Does this not say they were enslaved with the Indians? I
I was
was
like, do you
going
know
in
who
on
the
you.
Mohammedans is? And we used to go in, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. And you
Yeah,
used to
he used to
always
go in.
over talk me and just go in. And boy, that shit used to seem like you used to body bag me. I used to have to text you like, boy, you get me tonight. Everything good. Everything good. But man, nah, man. Um, I mean, I came a long way. I didn't know nothing. I respect everybody who helped me in this shit. I do not knock that. But yeah, it was Q Butter channel. And
That
Sword.
makes sense.
Matter of fact, it was fucking not Q Butter. Yeah, it was Q Butter channel. It was Q Butter channel. Chris Harris was up there. Truist was up there, and they was going in. Boy, this one rest in peace. This one somebody in Q Butter family had died, so he went on a marathon. He didn't never cut this live off. I think that live was like for a whole week. That's how much wars was going on. Like a war was going on 24/7 on YouTube in the community. So she gave me the confidence to go up there. But as I went up there, I didn't know how to share my source. So I gave the source to Chris to pull up. He tried to play me. And that's when Jay came in and was like, yo, OTK, I was sitting in the back listening to everything you say, man. I see it's true. Don't let nobody control your sources. So he was like that one to say, you know what, boy, you better stand 10 toes down. Fuck these niggas or whatever like that. You know what I mean? You grown ass man, you stand on your information too against them. Don't have no respect for them because they got a name and you don't. That's what he did for me. And he worked with me and he gave me a platform where he boosted me up to help get out there and start pushing that American Indian history and start doing shows. So I would never knock nobody for what they did for me. I ain't that type of motherfucker now. I'm not that. but it's just certain ways you can cross me that it just fuck with me, and you know what I mean, and that's what happened. But other than that, but man, a
Yeah, I
bunch of
know. And it
uh,
is what it is, it is because it's unfortunate of people or anything because y'all met Unscrambled Minds through me. So it's like obviously I didn't have a problem with y'all. I
But don't
introduced you to
remember
my
I was over there
channel.
with y'all before I even was with Jay or any of them. Remember I
Right.
used to come up there when y'all was first on Sonetta because I used to come up there on Sonetta and politic on certain shows. I used to
Right.
be with Reggie on certain shows because Reggie was with like the politics shit, like with the city plan. So I've been out there by myself, but I wasn't on, you know what I mean, like debate nobody or nothing like that because my whole mission was to kill Christianity because I was in Christianity and my whole purpose was to find out where the Bible came from. So now, as I'm studying where the Bible came from, that took me more into history. So now I'm finding out, like, hold on, goddamn, but okay, the Ethiopian, the Africans, a lot of that shit is inside the Bible. They might be first. So I ain't never wear no cross like that. So I started wearing the unk to my church to see the reaction. So everybody was coming up to me like, yo, I like that. I like that. So ended up I had to, get a couple of people to unks inside the church. I'm in an African Methodist church. It didn't fit together right there into my mind, but after a while I noticed I was like, damn, that's why they could have went unk. It's an African Methodist church, you know what I mean? But
Hmm.
yeah, so you know what I mean? But yeah, but that's how I am to where I am now. Saw Top Cat on motherfucking on Jabari on Sonetta against Jabari, and everything that he was speaking about the AME Church and about the foundation of the Pan African movement. It was the same things I know because I know the AME Church in and out. So I was like, well, damn, somebody out here like me, this nigga claiming Indian. Hold up, my grandmama told me that too. So
Hmm.
I just sat back in the cut and I sat for like a year and a half in the chats. At the same time, I was doing my genealogy and my family roots and all that and getting my shit together. So when I did have a chance to come out and talk, I'd be all right. And that's
Right.
why
I
I am
remember
today.
asking you, I was like, who is your master teacher? You were like, nah, nah. I was like, no, who is it? Who's teaching you this? Who's teaching you this stuff? Because you have a master teacher somewhere. I was like, there's some
But
reason why
every
you
time I
talking
came
like
on the show,
this.
right? And if you go back and look at our old shows with me and Jay, I'd be like, damn, man, if you holler at Top Cat go in more on that right there. You know what I mean? Like that. Because at that time I'm just getting out of the Bible. I'm coming in the study in this. I got these books now. Now I'm ran across a dude who's selling me books, so I'm buying the books now, and I'm like, well, shit, damn, South Carolina. I just concentrate on my goddamn state. So ever since then, that's when I started going in on my state, man.
Jay, we're not down in you. We know your gaming channel does well. We're not down in you, Jay. There's a
I
difference. Weird. No one's saying anything. All I say is that you have more growing up to do, and that's what I've said since day one. But I met you when I met OTK.
But
Like, there's not many people that have
we
talked to my
all
husband on here, and Jay has talked to my husband. That's where it's like it's crazy, but I think it's like just a young mentality, I guess, where people, getting caught up with the information or anything. And we all do have growing to do, but
yeah,
growing up
every
and growing is a little different. And you got a little bit of growing up to do. And I know it's hard for you to hear that now, but when you're my age, you're gonna look back and be like, she was right. I did have some growing up to do. It's just one of those things. When you're young, you're like, oh, she don't know what I've been through. She don't know who I am. I don't got no growing up to do. Then you look back and you're like, damn, I did have growing up to do.
and another thing too, man. Regardless if we don't agree, I don't like when younger people say that we don't take them as being smart. I don't like that, man. I mean, some of the most intelligent. My daughter, like I said, my daughter and my son teach me a lot. So I would not say that, man. You know what I mean? So for real, where I never say nobody dumb. I might say, man, you dumb as shit, like what you might say, but I'm not saying that literally. So you know what I mean. But it's all good though, man. You know, I don't know what's going on, Dosey. I can't pull that damn picture up.
Which
I'm
one?
about to show you. I should have like three up inside my damn. I don't know. Maybe it's because I already saved my PowerPoint or something like that. I need to find it in the file. That's what I need to do. Yeah, that's probably what it is because I already had it saved for the debate. I've been
So what about that he challenged you to a debate? Are you more so like you feel like it wouldn't even be worth it, or did you think about it like, oh, a debate, or like what do you guys feel about that?
the black was people in America in North America black. I
Yeah, I think he gave a few different titles. That one, the
That'd
Indians, he
be
gave
dumb.
two
Yeah,
titles.
that'd be dumb though to even fuck with me with that. That'd be dumb. I don't think you want that. You don't want that about no people fucking black in America, dog. Yeah, shit, no.
Wait, they not
You
trying
don't
to
want
say
that
that
shit.
they're African. They're
Not
just
even
saying
black.
black,
Fuck the
period.
black. Fuck the black. Yeah, fuck the black. Fuck the black shit.
Yeah, he's
People
saying
with
as far
color.
as it
That's
is
the
the
shit.
only way you get black Indians is from mixing with Africans.
And the Africans
Facts.
didn't come thousands of years ago. They came after Christopher Columbus.
Right.
Right. But you seen what Dots just read, right? How the motherfucker who was writing said, "Oh, these had to been some Africans that came before us." But no, that can't make sense. It said that motherfucker said that and said no, that don't make sense in the same fucking paragraph. So it is what it is, man. And the crazy shit is, man, yeah, I definitely take that debate because he said Christopher, Christopher dead out here.
Well, Nisha was mad at me because I was going so hard. But like y'all see, Sword Baileyso, you give me your opinion because they were talking about unscrambled minds. But of course, it won't be on unscrambled minds now. Like there is no Sakina and Gemini on unscrambled minds. They dropped down, so I doubt that they would even come back to do judging or something. But my whole thing with doing it on our platform was I was saying it's unfair because there's a high, even though there is support on our platform, don't get me wrong, there's a high, I would say, audience wise, that just comes to argue, that just comes to be like, we're opposed to this information. And they just be waiting for someone to come up, like Renee or someone, and be like, oh, shut them down. And then when it's like that moment where like Renee got shut down earlier. It's like, listen to Dulcinea crying and all this other stuff because I shut her down completely. So I'm like, yeah, I don't see it being fair on our channel because people just come to see me lose. And even when I win, they gonna say I lose.
You talking
So I
about
don't
what, to
see it
have a
being
debate?
fair to you, OTK.
To have a
Huh?
debate on the channel?
Yeah, unscramble minds. I don't see it
Oh
being fair to
yeah,
people.
yeah,
You see what I'm talking about though, right, Sword?
yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, I don't see it being fair to any Indians on Unscrambled Minds. Shout out to Unscrambled Minds though, but yeah,
Ain't
most
fair
of the people
nowhere
come
for
for
us, man.
Huh?
We only feared our own space on our own land, man. And that's how it went
Yeah.
in the past. That's how it is now. We only safe in our own space, man. Once we
Right.
start mingling, start fucking with other people,
No, I mean it. It really was a thing. I think it's still Sister Freedom holds on to it, but every time I'll say that Dr. Nisha, this has always been them. Find your tribe, find your group. But there was just this belief like we can bring everybody together. I laugh at it now because it was like, wow, a year ago I was so gun ho. I'd be the one arguing with y'all like Miss Nicole, talking about no, everybody can come together. Now, like,
That shit is a
shoot,
pipe dream.
facts.
You try to get 40 million folks to get together and agree on what? Man, hell, you got folks that don't even agree with their own
A
family
hundred.
members. Yeah.
100, not even to agree. Like, just don't hate. Don't hate on the person that don't got the same information. Just sit and listen.
Try to
You can't
get
even
folks
get them to do
together for
that.
Thanksgiving and tell everybody to bring a dish.
Right? Facts.
Billy
But
Oso,
yeah,
man. My
we've
dog
come
drink
a
a
long
beer
way.
today. My dog drink a beer today, man. My dog got that ran off before anybody else could say shit. And my dog fell back. What's up, Billy Oso?
Right. Peace, Chris,
Is he
too.
asleep?
He probably fell asleep. I'm about to
Oh,
I
wake
okay.
up. I
me
need to
him
sleep.
me him me him and goddamn shit, goddamn Cosmon and Jeremiah. Shit, we
Oh.
was up to like goddamn. I think I left like 5 o'clock last night off a live with them boys,
You know what?
man.
I just came on and then I didn't see your text message till later. And I read your text message. I ain't gonna read it online, but I, I was like, oh, he couldn't been talking about no Cosmo.
Yeah, with
No
the DNA,
respect to him.
with the
But
DNA. Yeah, with
okay,
the loop
so
and shit. Yes,
was he
yes.
saying little people built the pyramids?
No, he said mounds.
Yeah, little people as in midgets. I don't know if that's the
Nah,
respectful way.
see, that's that
Challenge
midget
height
construct. It
people.
wasn't no midget name back then. So he's just saying
But
people of a smaller race. Like how the people, that's just like if you saying midget over here, that's just like saying pygmy, in other
okay,
words.
right. But he's saying pygmy
Right.
sized people build the
Right.
mounds.
They were smaller. They were smaller than the average size that we have today or than the normal size that was back then. So the normal size
Mhm.
back then, I think Cosmon was saying was like 7, 8 feet.
Yes.
Average 6 foot on taller. So anything smaller than that, you midget straight up. But right now the average height is what? 6'1", 6'2"? Between 5'10" and 6'2", or 5'8" and 6'2".
Yeah, something like, well, of average of men's size is shorter, but yeah, like, yeah, still,
Woman is even
I
shorter,
don't
yeah.
know. It's a little crazy. He a little
Yeah, like
crazy, just a
my
little
mama,
bit.
my
But
mama
I
back
blame
in the
the
day
waspy.
considered
I
a
don't
midget.
blame him. He's sharp. It's the waspy that got him.
Yeah, yeah.
That got
Like
him
back in the day, boy,
discombobulated.
my damn mama would have been considered a small a little people back in the day. Half of
Yeah,
my
my mama
family,
was 4'11", so I'm definitely, and
my
I'm
mama
five
like four
three,
seven,
so
4'8".
I'm one of those that you could call a short mom, and you know short mamas are different. They come hidden first, asking questions later. So yeah, I definitely had one of them moms that just
Yeah,
start punching you, and you be like, "What'd you do?" And then you gotta hear later, "Oh damn, I did do that, man." And then
firecracker.
there'll be times that she did hit me and I didn't do anything, but she would just say, "This is gonna be for something you get away with later." Like, I'm not gonna get away with anything. So this is unfair. But yes.
So
But
you,
yeah, Cosmin's cool though.
so you still got your passes from back then to now,
I never
because
got
you
to see
got
him. I
them
never got
passes.
to pass on him. Well, while she was living, I guess I did get to pass on it a little bit after she passed, because
Where
my senior year, I was supposed to be going to like the school's events for like the senior graduation event, and I told my dad I was going to the senior graduation event, but my brother helped me get a hotel instead, and we had a hotel party. But it was like we were nerds. I was part of the nerd crew, so it wasn't a hotel party like that. Someone did bring vodka, but we were just sitting, chilling, not doing anything, just sitting in the hotel. We played like a board game, and yeah, it was really lame. I should have just went to the graduation party. It was probably more fun. But this
Man,
one girl, her mom was like gun ho of being like, had she even gone up there? And they were like, oh yeah, they're not there. They're not here on the list. And she's calling my dad, like, they're saying she's not here. All this other stuff. My dad's calling me. I was like, yeah, I'm just in the back. They just couldn't find me. Oh, there was a mix up on the list. I was making all kinds of excuses. But I was like, my brother right here. He's right here. Look, he's right here with me. And I guess since he was there, he didn't care. Even if I was lying, he's like, well, she's with her brother.
right, right. Hey, Indigenous Black man, I wonder if you still in the chat. The five civilized tribe. Who do you consider the five civilized tribe? I know the names of them, but who do you consider those people as? That's why I wish you would come up. You could call in. I could put my number in the back. Would you be able to see the back chat? Damn, Apostle got my number too.
No, only the front chat can he see. He would have to come up to see the private chat.
Ah, shit. Okay. Damn, because I know he'd like to call in, man, but he would have been able to call in. Uh, hey, Sword, did Dosey send you that file I sent her? Dosey, did you send that file?
Which one? I got multiple files. Just send them all over.
That main one from last night that I sent you while I was doing the show.
Okay, yeah, I can send it over. Hold on.
You know which one I'm talking about? That's right up y'all area.
I can pull it up. Hold on.
No, don't pull it up. Don't pull it up.
No. I mean, pull it up to give it to Sword now.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, once we close down, you can pull it up then. We can close it down in a second, man. You know, appreciate Marquise for coming through, man. Man, shouts out to Auntie Shafina Raw, man. Love you, Queen, man. Coming through, man. Unscrambled minds, round table gang going through nothing, man. It is what it is. It's all for the best. We all getting better. We all going, yeah, fuck it, man. It is what it is. You know? Sword.
What's going on, man?
Boy, I'm trying to tell you, when she's saying that to you, boy, you talk about you been doing reading at night. That shit right there might wreck your brain.
Yeah,
No, I'm
man.
talking about seriously now. Like, I would love to see your reaction when you first see it.
Who
And
sent it to
Dosey
me?
reaction, but we was on the live. Yeah, you still ain't email me, bro.
Yeah, I know.
What is it? The
I
Winnebago that day, or is it the
Hold up, hold up,
burials?
hold up, hold up. Hold up. Let me look real quick.
No, I know I ain't sent it. I fell asleep. That's what I was saying. I hadn't sent it yet.
Okay.
Let me
No,
see.
I'm telling Dosey to hold on because
Oh, okay.
that right there is a major source. Dosey, hold on. Yeah, that's a major source.
Shoot, I've been finding some other stuff.
Damn, what the hell I say that shit up on the it should be on the my start. Bip 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 bip. Oh, okay. I was on the phone. I was on the call with them. Them right there. Okay. I showed y'all a documentary. That documentary is right there. I don't know, Dosey. Oh, you know what? Damn, it's in my sent because I sent it off. That's why. Yep, Dosey. Boop. Order. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I did send you a.
Yeah, I can see everything that you sent, but I'm just like, because you said it's the last time we were live, so that's why I'm just trying to make sure I'm looking at the right one from
Damn,
January 18th.
I know, boy. I think I might have sent you some shit how to get some money and all, boy.
Probably.
I done sent you so much stuff. I might have.
You're like, oh shit, I sent the
No,
wrong thing.
the archives. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
January 23rd.
January
Ghost
23rd.
on the
Okay.
23rd. Yeah, that's why I say it was. It
Got
was
you.
while we was on live. I sent it to you.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Um,
I just want to hear Swore reaction real quick, man, and we can shut it down, man. Billy also does sleep, man. It's for 4:48. Dosey, you gotta be up in a couple of hours. I gotta be up in a couple of hours. Mm. I know it's raining here though. All that rain Billy also been talking about in Texas that y'all have for the last 2 days is here now. Would come on the best days. The day was like 75 degrees today, man. You gave me sword?
Yeah, say it again.
You you got you get it?
I
I
should have
get.
just sent it. Sorry.
Uh,
Oh, okay. All right, hold on, let me see.
Yeah, I've been saying all that rain, all that damn rain that Billy also been talking about that was that way, all that coming this way now. Raining all day, boy. Since about 5, 6 o'clock. Ain't stopped yet. Just constant little sprinkle showers, man. I was like, damn. I'm a Z. Yeah, man. I appreciate everybody, man, that's in the chat, man. Uh, Brown looking little chaser, man. Shouts out to him, man. He was trying, because of him, he made me think again. Um, and just say think about it. You know.
You heard me, OTK?
No, I can hear you now. I just
Oh,
want your
okay.
initial thought. We ain't got to go in depth with it. We can do that later. I mean, behind, in the lab. But what you think when you first see that? Like, or
Yeah,
what?
that's
What you,
heavy. That's heavy.
huh?
I said that's heavy.
You ever seen anything like that before?
Yeah,
Mm, okay,
but I want to. I think we can make this a bigger project. You want to hop on the
right.
Discord real quick?
Yep. All right. No. Just stay right there. I'm gonna close this down.
Okay.
We can still be right here backstage. I'm gonna close this down. Just like Discord once I close it down.
All right.
All right. Hey, yo, man, peace, love, everybody, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Um, I guess, man, it was meant to be for the night, man. Man. Shouts out to everybody who came through, man. And y'all already know how we do, man. I usually will end this off with me, but I didn't start it or get to show my boy tonight. So I definitely got to play this to end the show, and y'all make sure y'all go and get and subscribe to this brother, man. Real lyrical, man. Real lyrical brother. With his flow, all that, man. Spitting nothing but real stuff. I met this brother through by way of oh, boom, by Big Dog Philly OG. Shouts out to Big Dog Philly OG, man. All my OGs over there, man.
Right.
DJ
Much
Cuddy,
love to him.
Circuit Drop. You know what I mean? All my OGs over there, man. You know what I mean? Shouts out to
Flat
them boys.
power.
Yeah, fuck your couch, nigga. Brother Sanchez and all them brothers over there on the Flat Power movement. Um, even though them boys don't know that I don't know what I believe in, whether it's curve or flat. I'm confused, so I'm gonna learn one. I'm gonna believe
Right.
something at
Just
the end of this
keep
shit.
watching. Now it's the same. Keep watching. You'll
Yeah,
get it. It's gonna
listen,
come over time.
right, and that's the thing, man. I ain't rushing it or nothing like that. It is what it is, but yeah,
Right.
man. But
Because
good
how I see
information.
it is that you need to be able to explain both. We just believe it's a globe, but we can't explain why. So I really want to be able to be like, this is both sides of the argument. You tell me
Mhm.
which makes more sense.
Right, and
And then go
to
from there.
be walking on a flat plane, but to be enclosed with to have a globe like a bowl on top of us, that makes more logical because now I'm putting both of them together. I'm putting the flat earth together that I'm walking on, and then I'm putting the globe earth together, which is the holding the firmament in gravitation and if gravity is a real thing, you know what I mean? But which we see when we get into like these certain people think when they go in these machines and these games and stuff and they be like anti-gravity, they think that's like real life. So they think they get in there and master that anti-gravity in that machine and think they gonna witness that same shit outside of our atmosphere. You ain't even gonna survive for one. Um, but yeah, so you know what I mean, two things can be true at the same time.
Right, exactly. Just how you
We can
see
be
it.
on right. We can be on a flat plane, and if all I know is what I'm walking on and what I consider what I'm walking on, and I just want to concentrate on that, then I'm on a flat Earth. But if I'm walking on a flat plane, but I'm studying this the how the stars, and I'm trying to figure out how the moon and the sun move, then damn boom, I will think of a globe Earth. So you know what I mean? I put both of them together. Goddamn, we got a globe top with a damn flat middle, and that's what we walk on. We in the middle. What's at the bottom? Uh, is yet from all the models, man. I mean, it's the underworld, point blank. You're going underneath, so I keep it like that with the underworld, man. Sword, stay right there. Those y'all want to say something real quick before I close
Oh
this
no, I
out?
was just saying peace and love, you guys. Good night.
Yeah, peace, everybody. Appreciate y'all pulling up.
Man. Shouts out to BCU too, man. Where the hell Sword went? Oh, where the hell Dosey? Oh, she probably gone. Okay. But shouts out to BCU, man, and the favorite Saints, man. Long as we got it, we don't need no motherfucking body else. Mhm. Like the video, man. Share it out, subscribe it out, man. Make sure y'all get together, man. This shit is real lyrical. Check it out.
Shit getting out of control. I mean, we been there.
Hate, they disguise it as love, we call it sincere. They took us to a place where ain't none of this shit clear, and we just look stupid, wondering how we get here. This government got us in chains cause they don't love us. They got us separated by gangs over some colors. What hurts more is we keep trusting these motherfuckers and putting bullshit that they say over each other. It's a bad world, many cry in this sad world.
Shouts out to Dangerous, man. Huh? Sword, did you hear that? I said that dude said the crazy shit is we keep trusting these motherfuckers. Huh? All right.
Yeah.
Shit getting out of control, I mean we been there. Hate, they disguise it as love, we call it sincere. They took us to a place where ain't none of this shit clear, and we just look stupid, wondering how we get here. This government got us in chains cause they don't love us. They got us separated by gangs over some colors. What hurts more is we keep trusting these motherfuckers and putting bullshit that they say over each other. It's a bad world, many cry in this sad world. A unicorn is compared to a black girl, or any child when you mix it, making life swirl. Gems meet a diamond and dance to make the ice swirl. Nigga, don't waste your time trying to hate on me. If you can't deal with your pride, then stay away from me. I don't fuck with none of that dumb shit. You heard that? Don't believe we live on the globe, nigga. The earth flat. First you gotta love yourself, then take the earth back. Find what's really important and make it worth that. Too much time in your hands lead to a dirt nap, but niggas don't keep the same energy to exert that.
What kind of freedom is that? What kind of social or political system is it when a black man has no voice in court, has nothing on his side other than what the white man chooses to give him? My brothers and sisters, we have to put a stop to this, and it will never be stopped.
Didn't we just talk about that, OTK?
I know it matter, but none of that'll matter when in life you're trying to climb and a nigga pull a ladder. Believing in the myth, when reality is shattered. The lies never end unless you serve it on a platter. America made you a slave, then call you monster. Erase everything that we paved and say we conquered. Willie lynching is a system that really harmed us. It raped women, left children without their fathers. America, land of the free, home of the great. America, cage of the beast, home of the snake. But the fight don't stop when you gone. This shit a marathon. Everything they touched in this world, they made it. In this world, they made it terraform. The best piece of advice: stay about these pig sight. Fuck what goes on in the street. Nigga, just live life. You only get one of those, nigga. Don't play with that. Trying to dance away in the dark and never make it back. We got a lot of loving to do. Shit is getting worse. Hate run deep in these roots. It's like the shit is cursed. Murder everything you can name. The world gone berserk. Pedophilia real as fuck. It's even in the church. Music, we've been flaming it. No, it ain't no game with it. Just know I put my soul on the beat when you banging it. This is for the shit that I see and won't play with it. Hood Politics Part 3. My name Dangerous.
They attacked the victim, and then the criminal who attacked the victim accuses the victim of attacking him. This is American justice. This is American democracy. And those of you who are familiar with it know that in America, democracy is hypocrisy. Now, if I'm wrong, put me in jail. But if you can't prove that a democracy is not hypocrisy, then don't put your hands on me.
And that's it, man. Hey, catch y'all boys on the flip side. It's your boy OTK. Appreciate Swordfish. Appreciate Belioso. BCU gang, Wild Indian, Arrow gang, man, Indigenous Black man. I'm definitely gonna have a number for you to call in, so you can call in whenever you get ready to come through. Marquise, my brother, man. Peace to you. You know what I mean? All my other brothers that in here, Christopher, round table gang, they came through tonight, hash out some stuff, peace pipe, smoke, talk, you know what I mean? A little more hashing out to do. Maybe the debate might handle that, bronze flat power, you know what I mean? And man, appreciate all y'all boys for coming through, man. Dots, my sister Dulcinea, Sister Freedom, you know what I mean? Kill Switch, Sister Nisha, man, Sister Auntie Sakina, you know what I mean? Shouts out to Gemini. I see you in a while, but I know you all right, you know what I mean? Brother Enoch, he was in here tonight too, man. I appreciate y'all. And Big Dog Philly OG, man, you know, that's our OG. That's my OG, man. You know what I mean? I ain't never seen nobody that promote everybody out here in this community more than him. For real. Brown Liquor No Ice, man. Appreciate you from earlier, man. Which you know, I always see you around, you know what I mean? So appreciate you too. So thank y'all, man. Tune in. I'm trying to go every night, man, you know. I'm going every night to the birthday, you know, on the 3rd. So peace and blessings. And like I always say, man, make sure y'all tell somebody or something that you love them because they need it. Peace.